Yeah. I want you to listen to me. Now pay attention. Welcome to my side show. Enjoy the free admission. The drama club isn't accepting submissions. Done with all that bullshit. This family's nothing to fuck with. Unless you really want it, then we'll add you to that hit list. Tried to prevent these events to such extent. I gave in. I was hell-bent. I still lost you in the end. I take 2 steps forward and I take 3 steps back. You can hear the contradiction. Maybe I really am a psychopath. The meaning in life, it's not a secret that you keep. It's days and weeks of feeling weak, no sleeping and repeat. Lose your mind and
These
then you
evil
find
corporations.
the pain and you be getting no
I'm
relief.
tired of
What
it.
the fuck am I saying? All you faggots paying attention. God blessed you with ears, but you idiots never listen. I guess in what I'm saying, since there is no comprehension, my bleeding heart fell apart. Let it be your intervention. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me.
Sorry, I'm doing something. Let me get signed in right quick.
I had to view it through the glass. Made a lot of mistakes. I'm learning to adapt. I sit alone and overanalyze the aftermath. No straight and narrow, always seeking out a shortcut. And in the further back, see me playing catch up in the days of sin and wonder. Are my days really numbered? Shit, I don't know, but I ain't getting any younger. Not made up, but I made up. I suggest that you just keep it zip. Had to lose my brother to learn the value of relationships. I can't forget, I take myself a little trip down memory lane. It's as real as it gets. Sometimes I scare myself from what I really might do. I keep telling you, I've got a couple screws loose, but you refuse to believe the things that I say to you. That's okay, you can join me in the institute. Lean back, come on, get relaxed.
What's up, everybody? I'm sharing it right now. Give me just a second.
Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I am back, I am better than ever. I survived a little storm and kept my own shit together. But aside my desperation, I was seeking desperate measures. There's a change up in the season, and I'm just a little weathered. There's a thin line between happiness and misery. Pursue the truth, life is not a fucking mystery. Get a clue, common sense is not your enemy. I was just like you, concerned with just the victory. I used to be a hothead, got a firm grip on my temper. I'm on that next level, balanced and I'm centered. Pain is dangerous, it seems to be my motivator. I'm the type to shoot first and ask the questions later.
How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome.
1,000 prayers with no reply. Can't call my nightmares with a motherfucking lullaby. So fire up that cigarette, pour a shot that multiplies. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. With clenched fists, my hands steady. I'm ready to take this leap of faith, and my palms sweaty. I'm so afraid, in a state of panic. I'm a basket case. I step back, I'm hell bent. In this first attempt, gotta keep the pace. If God forgives, I'm ready to live this life full of unpromised days. So fuck it now, I'm all in. Hate motherfuckers wanna keep me down, and what goes around, it comes around. If heaven don't want me, then I'm hellbound. And inside my man, it's Southside land. Set fire to the past, walk through these ashes, fighting for the best. Step black, fetish shopping. Come and take a ride with me, motherfucker, hop in. Welcome back, got a full clip. All aboard this crazy train. No money, no cars, no champagne, but I'm still alive and I can't complain. I'm trauma free, it's plain to see. Getting used to these growing pains. Success is certain, back to work, and goddamn, I can feel the change. Inside of the corner, I'm paranoid. And the
What's up, everybody?
You put me up on this pedestal, but I love you, and I can't deny. Drive myself crazy with the reasons why I can't come to terms with the word goodbye.
Make sure you share it everywhere. We're still on the backup, guys. I appreciate it.
Give me the courage, so I'm not afraid. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days. Show me the beauty when the color fades. conviction. Show me the way to the peace that I'm missing. I'm not religious, but remember this: I live my life with the best of intentions. Don't bullshit me. It's hard to believe, and everything around me is so diseased. So answer this: who the fuck are you, and who the fuck am I supposed to be? Should I listen to God and all His prophets? Listen to the greed that aligns my pocket. Listen to the hypocrites compared to the prophet. Listen to the pain that I clearly adopted. I can't move on when I'm stuck in the past. Hard to forget with a flag at half-mast. Hard to live when the move so fast, and everything around me is made of glass. And I wanna let you know that I got the message. Stuck in the rut and I'm up for suggestions, but where the fuck is the light of my tunnel? So hand me the balance, I'm starting to stumble. They always say that the strong survive. How do we know too young to die? When happiness is in short supply, they hand you a pill and they tell you to try. I love you.
Welcome everybody.
Come to terms with the word goodbye, and the reason is there's no reply. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days.
I don't think it's time to panic yet.
Color feds, give me the courage, so I'm not afraid. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days. Show me the beauty when the color fades. Give me the courage, so I'm not afraid. Spread some sunlight on my darkest days. Yeah. I want you to listen to me. Now pay attention. Welcome to my sideshow. Enjoy the free admission. The drama club isn't accepting submissions. Done with all that bullshit. This family's nothing to fuck with. Unless you really want it, then we'll add you to that hit list. Tried to prevent these events to such extent. I gave in. I was hell-bent. I still lost you in the end. I take 2 sets. I take 3 sets back. You can hear the contradiction. Maybe I really am a psychopath. The meaning in life, it's not a secret that you keep. It's days and weeks of fear.
Yeah, we're getting ready to solve some confusion right off the bat. I mean, well, you don't have to believe me, but I got pictures of the one in my house.
Never listen. I guess in what I'm saying, since there is no comprehension, my bleeding heart fell apart. Let it be your intervention. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I sit back and I reflect and I think about the past. It's set in stone, I have to view it through the glass. Made a lot of mistakes, I'm learning to adapt. I sit alone and overanalyze the aftermath. No straight and narrow, always seeking out a shortcut. And in the further back, see me playing catch up in the days of sin wonder. Are my days really numbered? Shit, I don't know, but I ain't getting any younger. Not made up, what I made of. I suggest that you just keep a zip. Had to lose my brother to learn the value of relationships. I can't forget, I take myself a little trip down memory lane. It's as real as it gets. Sometimes I scare myself from what I really might do. I keep telling you, I've got a couple screws loose, but you refuse to believe the things that I say to you. That's okay, you can join me in the institute. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed.
All right, guys. Here we go, fellas.
Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me.
Let's see if the hateful, violence-provoking intro will play. No. Now you guys are done for.
Man, I can't talk to you now. Why do people call me while I'm on? No. Shut up.
No.
Here we go, I think I started some shit.
Yeah.
It's the month, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the face, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. It's the month, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the face, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And yeah. Woo.
And Mars in the house. Hey.
The song, the jab. Pine Needle Tea,
Underground Doms Save the Children.
Social Security card claims, birth certificate claims, Vatican Tunnel,
Medbed
martial law,
1745, 10 Days of Darkness, Digging Tunnels, Dogecoin, The Evergreen, 19, Vaseline. Boom. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Well, Johnny, you can go to Mommy's basement. The Nazis were working with the reptilians.
I think I started some shit. It's off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
We are now the news.
Welcome everybody. I am Will Bird. This is the Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us tonight. While we're on the backup channel, make sure you share the link out and continuously on Facebook. I'm actually opening something up right quick. Give me just a second. Apparently some people are very interested in us again tonight. But we'll see how that works out for them. Right off the bat, make sure you like and share the video. If you're on Facebook, you can like the page, you can like the video, and you can share the video. If you're on YouTube, you can like the video, you can subscribe. You have to close chat. Like the video, subscribe, and you can share the video. All that with the live chat closed, because most people forget after the show, honestly. I usually do. But thank you for joining us tonight. If you want to support the show, you guys know how to do it. That would be at coltclub.com and buymeacoffee.com if you're coming from Facebook, and the GoFundMe still going on. Thank you for those donations. Thank you for those shares. We appreciate it. Yeah, I guess we'll just hop right into the show. I was watching Liberty Warrior before we got started, and they seem to be a little riled up over there. We're gonna hop into at least the first part of their show, and we'll check that out. And then we'll move from there, I guess. Let me get it opened up. And here we go. There he is.
My fellow Americans, my name is Mike. I'm the host of the Liberty Warrior. Give me liberty or give me death. When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. I'm sorry, I was on a phone call until about 10 seconds before I went live here. So today is Monday, August the 9th, 2021. I don't know, folks. Just be prepared for fireworks tonight. That's all I can tell you. I really don't know who's coming on tonight. I've had a bunch of people reach out to me and said, hey, we need to come on. Some of it's probably inform you, and you guys will respond to you. We'll get them out to you as quick.
I'm just hopping ahead to see what happened.
Shipped to Idaho evening before I work on moving Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I told him that
sure.
Work if you can't get it to me by question. What else did I want to say?
All right, we start off with some Jeff B. intel.
I did watch the Brad,
which I don't think should bring anybody by surprise.
Video that's been sent to me probably at least 12 times. It's a good video. I hope what he's being told is true. I'm not saying it's not. A lot of good information.
They're talking about the Brad video confirming that Trump's. So basically, Brad's video is some guy who I believe, because he sent me a picture of a badge, knows that President Trump's really the president. They told him the plan. They told him how it works. They told him the reason they did it. They told him all who's involved. He knows everything. He works with marshals. You know that, guys, right?
Third, fourth, fifth party, and I don't know who sent him the information, so I just hope that it's true, and I hope we find out here real soon.
Yeah, I got the picture of the one in my house, so we'll get to the bottom of it.
So without further ado, I just want to welcome Jeff B. and Captain Finger to the show tonight. How are you, gentlemen?
Good.
Hey.
Shane, whichever one wants to go first, chime in here. So I want to give Jeff first opportunity.
I know the audience is probably tired of hearing it. But I had a conversation at 12:03 this afternoon.
They've lately, the reason he's saying I know the audience would be tired of it, there's lately had a bunch of drops surrounding Walmart. The little gates at Walmart, and now this newest Walmart drop.
An individual who we were talking about Walmart and about the gates and all of that craziness. And you can find this, it's documented. So this ain't no bullshit theory. Walmart is part of continuity of government. Walmart is part of the National Defense Authorization Act and is funded in part by Northern Command, which is North American Operational Command.
So I went to, hold on, if you go to Northern Command, I can't remember what the website is. So he says if you go to Northern Command website, which is northerncommand.mil, northcom.mil, and he says you can just search Walmart and they tell you the whole plan. So let's search Walmart. Okay, there's only one result from Norcom. We can do Control F Walmart. So the only thing here says I talked about illicit trafficking and trading in certain drugs. We see that in the Eastern Pacific. We see that in the Western Caribbean. And we see that now, as you've heard, transiting the Eastern Atlantic into Africa. And then on into Europe. As quickly as we find a way to put a block in front of the drug trafficking organizations, they will change to a different mode of transportation, change to a different route, and look for different customers. I told many this is much more sophisticated marketing plan than you have at Walmart. That's the only search result that comes up through U.S. Northern Command. So maybe he saw it on a different website. But from what I can tell, from what I found online, just researching this, basically, I think it's been in place since like 2015. Walmart and some other major corporations receive a very, very, very minuscule amount of government funding as part of a strategic infrastructure initiative. So basically, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but when there's a national disaster in your area, a natural disaster in your area, they distribute food and clothing and stuff a lot of times at Walmarts. They use it as a distribution point. They have stockpiled funding to use and to spend there to get it for, basically it's free. So I saw a picture of like, I think it was the National Guard out in a like a western state that had flash flooding, and they had washing machine trailers and dryers, like tractor and trailers filled with wash machines and dryers out in front of Walmart. And if you went there, you could get food, washing supplies, cleaning supplies, and something else right at the front gate, all for free. I don't think it's, I'm like Jeff's buddy, I guess. I don't think it's for nefarious reasons. I think it's for distribution, for when there is some type of disaster. The thing about it, if a flash flood comes through and wipes out a whole community, you're probably not going to have your wallet and your debit cards or access to your bank or this or that. They got to fucking give shit away. So it's authorized through the National Defense Act, and in collaboration with FEMA. There's funding set up. They ask for very specific regulations the way they set up a store, especially the front part of the store, so they can be used for entrances and exits to give stuff away. And I've seen it happen before. I think Jeff thinks that it may be for something more nefarious, but his friend thinks it's not nefarious, and I don't either. I think that's what it's used for.
And when he told me this, I was like, what?
Yeah, when they have a tornado or shit like that, for sure.
So this was set in motion under the Obama administration, and it's on Norcom's website, and it's in the NDAA. It's part of a critical national security defense plan, where if shit hits the fan,
the same would happen. So it's never been like a nationwide thing, but let's say there is a nationwide thing. What if the whole fucking United States is rocked by an earthquake, or God forbid an enemy attack? And they could roll it out nationwide. And Walmart, I guess just what kind of blows my mind is, why would you think that they wouldn't be interested in doing this? So let's say tomorrow something catastrophic happens to 30% of the U.S. population. What are they going to do? Where do you go? Who do you go see? I'm sure they could roll in trailers and try setting up tents, and if it's a wildfire, they could try setting up 30 miles away, and if it's a tornado, they could try setting up where the tornado's already been, and if it's this, but what if they just use Walmarts? And they use the front part of the Walmart, the entrance and the checkouts to distribute supplies to people who survived. I just feel like they would, of course they would be interested in this, and it's kind of dumb if they weren't interested in doing this, I guess. I don't know.
The United States government, the military, can take over Walmart to do distribution, whether it be food, medicine, and the person had asked me if I've ever really paid attention to how the Walmarts are set up. I said, I don't go into Walmart because I always feel like by the time I get ready to leave, I'm going to be in handcuffs because I can't stand the populace and how asinine this is. So
I think it would be dumb if our federal government didn't prepare for that type of stuff and didn't use the resources they already have at hand.
Racks, how all the shelving, everything is easily pushed back. And then he told me, and I've never seen this, but he said where he's at, they have one where they have a crow's nest. And
I've never seen that either.
Familiar with a crow's nest? It's basically where they can have somebody standing up, and it's kind of like a guard tower. And I asked him if that is a good thing or a bad thing. He don't think it's for nefarious use.
Yeah, I agree with Jeff's friend. I see it as distributing to supplies in a natural disaster. Liberty goes on to show a fake photo, and he tells everybody, it's fake a bunch of times, but he shares it to, I guess, to get people to think a little bit. Let's see if we can get to that part.
And I have somebody working on the history. They're near 35%.
I just want something to everybody's attention real quick because I see a couple of comments. But listen, we all know that this is something different, folks. So just pay attention. It's only speculation.
This is a different Walmart-based theory.
It's only speculation at this point. But listen, we all know that there is a Walmart within 50 miles, pretty much of everyone in America. There's some people like my parents. It's about an hour and 15 minutes. I'll show you a photo here in a minute that was sent to me by.
Something actually very, 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 very interesting. If you ever get a chance, I think there's a documentary on it, or at least I remember watching a documentary on it, about how Walmart decides where to put a store and all the studies they go through, and they measure traffic, and they send people out as fake real estate buyers for different companies, and they talk and negotiate, because what they're afraid of, one, is if a community finds out that they're getting a Walmart and the Walmart doesn't come there, of course they'll freak out. If landowners find out that Walmart wants to build in a community, then the prices go up 1,000%. If they put it in the wrong spot, they're not going to get the traffic that they need to support a store that large and employees, blah, blah, blah. They go through a lot of fucking research to figure out where to put this shit.
By my dad. In case of any kind of emergency or any kind of
There's no narrative whatsoever around Walmart selling overpriced stuff. And the reason there can't be a narrative is because Walmart.com uses third-party vendors. So I could go on there tonight and put this half-drunk bottle of water, $6 million. Like that's silly.
I don't know, major event. I would say that what we're speaking of, Walmart could definitely be a place that they could use for all kinds of reasons. Distribution of food, possible military, I don't know.
Saw it on a video on Telegram. Gotta be true.
I'm not a military guy. What I find strange is the aircraft that landed in Michigan the other day. That was kind of strange. Just a lot of things that just seem out of the ordinary for me. So when I show you this photo, it is photoshopped. Disclaimer: it is photoshopped. It's not a real photo. It was sent to me because my dad just wanted me to look at it. He wanted to know what I thought of it. It's not real. Could it be real? I don't know. I asked Jeff some questions today about old Flashbang if he decided to use his unilateral power and to invoke any kind of martial law or anything, any kind of lockdown. Could he use the Walmart for certain things? And I think he could. Would he? I don't know. So anyway, I'll let you guys go ahead. Welcome to the show, Cage. I just want to show this photo real quick. Again, this is a disclaimer. This is not a real photo. This is photoshopped. This is not real. Not real. Repeat, not real. But could it be, right? That's the question.
Yeah, actually, my merchandise, there's a thing on my store where I can click allow it to go through third-party vendors, and it'll put it on Walmart.com, it'll put it on Amazon.com, it put it a bunch of weird places. I don't. We just sell it through our little merch shop, cultclub.com/merch, but I could sell it all over the place. And one place I can list is Walmart, and I can set individual prices for all those places, especially way, way, way overpriced prices. So this is Walmart has a FEMA camp, I guess. They put barbed wire on the roof, a prison tower back here. There's a Chinook dropping off some supplies. Mandatory info, something other. RFID chip. I'm sorry, I thought it said info chip. RFID chip. Guards standing outside, people in line. I think this is what a lot of people believe is happening, but I honestly think they just use it to distribute supplies during an emergency.
All right.
And to top it all off, go ahead, Cage.
I'm trying to get everybody linked up in here. I'm trying to make it all work, and I'm getting a lot of interference. My phone is not working right now, so we'll do what we can.
Yeah, and then did you guys see the release that Joe Biden just made that he is going to sign to where everybody in the military has to have forced vacations by September 15th?
Yeah, he released that at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning.
And here's something else real quick that I saw today. I saw a video. I don't know if it's I can't prove it's real or fake. It was sent to me, but maybe some of you in the chat have already looked it up. Maybe some of you can tell me if you've actually gone on their website and found it or not. But it sounds like Walmart is doing the same thing that what's that furniture store that was doing
Oh,
that?
no.
What was it called?
Wayfair.
Wayfair, the same thing that Wayfair was doing, having certain items on their online store that were ridiculous prices, like a pair of young boys' shorts that was $5,000, a girl's dress that was like $4,000. Wayfair, thank you. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's real. It seems definitely suspicious.
There's a like $12,000 pillow on Amazon
to me, and then come to find out, I believe Walmart owns Wayfair. So that's kind of a big.
I don't think Walmart. CSN stores. Wayfair is an American e-commerce company that sells furniture and home goods, formerly known as CSN Stores. The company was founded in 2002. Digital platform, 14 million, 11,000 global suppliers. Headquartered in Boston, Massachusetts, Wayfair has offices throughout the United States, Canada, and Germany. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think Wayfair is owned by Walmart. I've never heard of that.
Big deal in my book too.
It doesn't look
I
like
don't know
it.
if it was ever proven, folks. So I want to make that clear. I do not know if it was ever proven that Wayfair. I seen it. I will tell you this. I did get on Wayfair's online store, and I did see the furniture and stuff that was for sale for like $20,000. So I seen it with my own eyes. Now, did they ever get caught, or was it ever proven to be real? That I do not know. But we just thought, we were kind of joking around about Walmart for the last couple of days. And then all of a sudden, Jeff gets a phone call, and the conversation turns right back to Walmart. It just seems awful odd. So anyway, go ahead, gentlemen.
Yeah, and the other thing that was pointed out was there were 5 individuals. 2 of them I know, 3 of them I never had any contact with or knew why I was working in the business. But they ran across something extremely interesting as they were going, because these guys are trying to put all this together too, because they know they're sensing the vibe that something is going to go down, and you can just hear it in their voices. And if you go back, and I'm sure there's going to be somebody that'll say, nope, I've seen it. But everyone that I've looked at so far, I have not been able to find any time that Joe Biden goes and gets ready to get on Marine One or Air Force One, the quarterback is nowhere to be found.
Or the thing the quarterback throws.
Correct.
Yeah.
And if you go back in 45 or anywhere close by, the quarterback is definitely within arm's reach, definitely within summoning distance. And it was.
I don't think that's true. I've literally seen it. If you don't know what it looks like, it's a leather briefcase with 3 snaps on it. It's a leather. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's been with him since the transfer of power. It's also got a cable around it. If you ever see it, sometimes it's hard to see the way the sleeves work, but it's got a draw cable around it, and it's on someone's fucking hands. Yeah, there are. If you just Google Joe Biden nuclear football, it's with him when he's on and off. There's a military officer carrying it around behind him, basically. You can just Google it. I don't need to show you. I can, but I don't guess I need to show you all these pictures. Nuclear football, nuclear football, nuclear football, nuclear football, nuclear football. All these pictures are nuclear football. All the way from the transfer on January 20th and why it was following him around, to pictures of it literally being loaded and unloaded off the plane, before and after he gets on. Usually after, but following him around. So yeah, you can find pictures of it. I didn't know. I hadn't looked, but it looks like you can find pictures of it.
Today, because there was a conversation, a teleconference between them and some members within DOD, that they wanted them to look, because this organization has a way of inserting an image, and instead of them watching it, it just scatters through video content, and they pulled back 0 results. So that's definitely.
I guess we need to find a photo with Joe Biden in it and the football. Let me look for that.
Reasoning why Nancy Pelosi had told, not asked, not recommended, told the Pentagon that they wanted Congress to have control of the football, and Congress pretty much got told to go fucking jump off a bridge.
There's a story on The Onion that says Republicans outraged, Biden replaces nuclear football with soccer ball.
So
Let me find a picture of all of them together. Hold on.
Point Fire, my brother, send me an email right now. Okay, so when you look at this photograph, there are no.
Oh, this is. I'll keep looking for that photo. This is. This is the point that gets pretty hot that I want to address here.
Now, okay, so when you look at this photograph, there are no identifying numbers. There are no stamps. There is nothing on this other than the wire. The wire doesn't matter. That's just a wire that they use. On the bracket, on the plug-in, the green plug-in that you see. When's the last time you bought anything electronic and that didn't have some kind of identifier on it? I don't care if it's a AA battery. I don't care if it's a piece of kit you get from the source so you can fix your old radio. They all have numbers on them. They all have identifiers. There is no information on this whatsoever for us to look anything up. Just pointing that out.
I'm confused. What are we looking at?
Yeah,
Okay, so right now I have a screen share up. Jeff. And
Right.
this is a new photograph that was just taken today. On Friday, the plastic bracket with the green plug-in was installed after 6 o'clock our time in Alberta, which means it was overtime for these guys from TELUS, TELUS is the telephone company.
Okay.
On Sunday afternoon, which by law is time and a half up until 8 hours. If you go over 8 hours, the entire day is double time and a half. Sunday night after 6 o'clock p.m., my friend came home and there was wires installed on this. Today, I'm waiting for the photograph. Today, they drilled holes from here in the hallway into his condo, which he owns his condo. There are no identifying marks or anything on the bracket or on the green plug-in, which you can see doesn't take a rocket scientist to recognize that something plugs into it. The wire has markings. Don't give a shit about the wire. That's just a piece of wire.
Right.
That bracket and that plug-in have no identifying marks.
Okay, but
Yeah,
the problem, Cage, is you haven't explained to the chat or to the viewers what we're even looking at or where it's located. A lot of people are asking, what are we looking
I just found it. Hold on just a second. Let's do this. Let me share this right quick. I think I found it. This is Marine One, and that's clearly Joe Biden getting on Marine One. Or, you know, hell, it could be Jim Carrey or James Woods or whoever. But check this out. Joe Biden, Marine One. He's getting there. He's waiting. He even looks back to see people coming. And here comes the football. Boom. Oh, that was it. Hold on. I should have paused it. That was it. The very last guy had it. See these, the 3 metal clasp? This guy right here is carrying it. Boom. Oh, damn it. I can't stop quick enough. I want him to get out. And, oh, there he is. So it's being carried right here by a Marine officer, a naval officer. Anyways, it's being carried right here. The 3 clasp, that's the nuclear football. There's some other people carrying duffel bags, but this is the actual football here. Anyways, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Back to the green mystery plug.
Right now, I've done live streams. I've showed this on yours. I've showed this on 101. I'm starting from scratch. The condo that I was living in for 2 months, when I
telecommunications companies are notorious for overstepping bounds and putting up stuff that you might not need and putting in jacks and doing this. I'm always at home when they do a cable or a audio or a internet or something install, because they will fuck your shit up, man.
I met Mike from Liberty Warrior and everybody on the team, where I was having the problems with the 5G, where the lightning was hitting outside the house during live streams, and there were sirens and gunshots going off 24 hours a day in the city of Edmonton, Alberta, the capital city of Edmonton.
Okay.
This is the hallway outside his place. Okay. I showed a picture of this, and I showed the door frame and everything else. That white piece of plastic with the green plug-in on it was installed the last Friday, like 3 days ago.
Scary.
It was installed overtime hours, after 6 o'clock p.m. our time. Okay? Now, on Sunday, yesterday, the day of the Sabbath, overtime, automatic overtime in Alberta, the company of TELUS sent people out and put those wires up that you see. Okay? Now, I don't have the picture of it yet.
Here's what I'll do. I'll send that to Telegram and open it.
You see those 2 holes there in the plastic that goes through to the wall? Well, today, after hours, TELUS paid workers to drill holes from what you see here, which is the hallway, into the condo that my friend owns, into his wall. Their explanation to him, well, just in case you ever decide to get TELUS, we're putting this in so it's there. Do you believe your government? Do you believe any corporation? Do you believe anyone that has an official title? Because guess what? I fucking don't.
So I guess my question would be, what do we think this is?
So I talked to Remote 57. Remote Viewer 57, he's all a friend of ours. We know who he is. We trust him. We love him. He's been to my house. He has seen what I go through firsthand. Remote worked for 3 decades plus at Ponoka Hospital. Now, that is not the hospital
No
where
one's even got a laser warning on it.
cut on your finger sewed up. That is the hospital for Alberta and Western Canada, where people with mental disorders or people that are being evaluated for criminal cases.
Before he gets upset because some stuff is said in the chat here. But before he gets upset, that is a it's not a wall plate, because a wall plate would be like the female goes on one side and the male goes on the other side. Fiber optics lines are usually ran in continuous strands. There's only one type of like approved plug, and it's only for like a short distance, and that would go to your modem. One of the ones I just showed in that album I was flipping through is literally mine. That's comes up in the laundry room in the center of my house. That's fiber optic internet. That's why there's extra wire running around. That's why there's this green plug. There's an excess of wire stored here. They'll put a little wall plate over that. And if you sign up for fiber internet, they'll put their router modem here, and then they'll plug into it, the modem, then the router, and then they'll plug into it with a very short line. It's fiber internet. That's what it is, and that's how it works. That's why there's extra lines stored in case they have to run it a little bit longer. If you say, no, I don't want it right over the door, I want it over here 4 foot, they got the extra line already there. They got the plug already there, ready to go. It's in my house just like that. It's in everybody here in this little town's house just like that, basically, because we lucked up and got fiber internet here, even though we're a tiny ass town because some federal grants. It's nothing nefarious. It's not a camera. It's not a door lock system. It's not magnetic. It's not watching you. It's fiber internet. So you'll see that they pull up the manual for it, and they keep talking about fiber, and then they're like, I don't know, it looks like Wi-Fi. Well, then why is there a cord? Wi-Fi literally means wireless. There's a cord. This is not Wi-Fi. I mean, you could plug this into a router and make it Wi-Fi. Sure, a modem, then a router, a cable modem, or a fiber modem, and then a router. But it literally has a wire. It's not wireless anything. The chat went apeshit saying it's 5G. It's 5G. No, it's fiber. That's why there's a fiber cable there. That's how thin the fiber cable is when they pull out your 2 strands. And the reason that one of these pictures has a warning on it that says lasers is because that's how fiber works. So traditionally, on a regular line, you have a light pattern that goes through it. Fiber optic is very good at transferring light quickly, and they fire a laser down this line to make 1s and 0s, and that's how you get internet. We just talked about the other day how internet works, or how web pages load, or whatever. It's firing a fucking laser beam down that strand, and it's reading it on the other side,
etc. That's where they go. He was a nurse, a male nurse. He worked there for 30 plus years. This to him looks very similar to the devices that are used to lock the doors. So when someone is in a room,
how is that possibly? I mean, now Rage is not saying this. His friend is saying that, but how would that possibly lock a door? It's at least, what can we see there? 6 inches above a door. If there's a door directly below it. How does that lock a door?
room, the door is locked. When you feed them, the door is unlocked. When you clothe them, the door is unlocked. When they have to go to an appointment, the door is unlocked. It's done remotely. This reminds my friend Remote of
even Preppin' 101 comes in and says, hey, this is fiber internet. I found this. It looks just like it. There's a green plug. There's a box. There's a laser thing, blah, blah, blah. And Rage is like, no, that's old technology. This is brand new. Well, not if you don't have fiber internet in your area.
what those devices
Lots of people in America still have fiber internet.
look like. You can see the tabs. The tabs not only are designed to hold those wires that you see, they're also designed for you to click something on, a device that plugs into that green plug-in. That green plug-in that has no identifying marks. Tear your flashlight apart, tear your radio apart, tear your phone apart. Every little piece on it will have some kind of a stamp, some kind of identifying mark to let you know what it is. The people that fix it, to let them know what it is. The people that put it together, to let them know what it is. Does anybody here see any identifying marks on either the frame or the green plug-in in this picture?
You would think it would have like a UL stamp.
I think it's only got to have UL if it carries voltage, and a certain level of voltage probably.
For electronics, yes, you will.
The wire does. Forget the wire. That's just a roll of wire that those guys have in their truck. I can guarantee you that Mike from Liberty Warrior has a roll of that same shit in his truck. I can guarantee you that my buddy Rob, who does installations, my buddy Jeff that does satellite installations, I can guarantee you they have rolls of wire that look just like that. Nothing to do with the wire, except for the fact that all of these on a Sunday, when these guys would have been getting time and a half plus double overtime, because that's how the law works in Alberta, okay? Major dollars.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what electric door locks are. They're usually magnetic. Sometimes they're on the bolt. Sometimes they're above the door with just a strong magnet. But this is nowhere near close enough to the door to lock the door.
To do this, those wires were put on a Sunday. That piece of plastic, that white piece of plastic with the 2 screws and the green connector.
I think it's called a multi-handoff something port. Well, I guess this would be a single handoff. This one would be a multi-handoff because it's got 2 plugs. But you can get them in single form, double form. But that green plug, anytime you see that green plug, or anytime I've seen that green plug right there, it's been fiber internet. And if you get to a part where the fiber portion of it is exposed, not the casing on it, you can see a laser through it.
was installed
Flashing.
on a Friday after hours. And today, after hours, my friend just phoned me a little while ago. He confronted the guys from TELUS that were doing it, and they were drilling holes from the hallway into his condo.
I assumed that that meant fiber, but
We are
I've never seen that green plug anywhere else.
Ladies, gentlemen, and people named you.
I just
You can see here they've put an extra like 3 or 4 wraps in there. They probably make these up ahead of time in the truck. But yeah, it's fiber isn't made to be broken in many places. There's like my strand of fiber runs all the way back to the utilities company that sells me the fiber in one solid strand. They had to dig all the way from that place to here. The only break is in a plug with about a 3-foot whip on the end of it that plugs into a modem.
just got a message on Telegram from somebody who I guess follows my Telegram chat. And if anybody in Florida,
Did anybody in South Florida get a emergency broadcast today?
in particular, Southern Florida, if you got an EBS this afternoon, let us know in the chat, because the individual said that her older, I'm guessing an elderly aunt, received an EBS.
I mean, you can say that. That's just not true. This is not the devil. It's fiber internet. It's in every home. Almost, it's probably 90% of the homes in my county.
And on the EBS on their phone, there was some verbiage about certain companies and banks. But I asked her if she had the exact verbiage of what it was, and she said that she didn't. So if anybody has anything, I guess just let us know. Yeah, there are people saying they didn't get it, but who knows? I don't know.
Look, I've sent emails to Dave Snedeker. I've sent Dale Stripping. I've sent emails to 101 and messages. I am trying to get as many people here as we can to get this message out. If we're wrong, we're wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. What if we're right?
Sure. But I think some people show you some evidence that you just kind of throw out as old technology.
I know I get excited. I know I get wound up. I know I'm raging the cage, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think I came by that name by fucking accident?
I doubt if any of you guys did, but maybe you did. Did you guys see Monkey's broadcast this evening?
I started watching part of it when I was stuffing envelopes. I caught some of it, but I did not catch the last half.
So he was talking about how it seems like the activity at the spa is kind of dried up. Likewise, and he was talking about Obama's little birthday bash, and how some of the aircraft that was flying in and out were some of the aircraft that he had been tracking, that the aircraft he was tracking that he thought were being used by white hats. And there was some spy planes over that area when this little festivity was going on, and we know certain individuals were kicked out. So
I got a new photo. Go ahead, Jeff. Keep going.
I'm good.
No, keep going. I've got a new photo.
So I just wonder if, he seems to be, the way I was taking it is, I don't know, he seemed to be a little more on the worried side than the optimist side. Me, I'm pretty damn optimistic on all of this. Some of this stuff is too damn weird, and if some bad shit was going down, somebody would be spilling the beans somewhere, I would hope.
Mike, Prepping 101 is asking for a wrench.
Yeah, I already gave it to him.
Okay.
I got the whole installation here that was sent to me, Cage. I got the whole installation on this device that you're talking about. I can share screen, and we can roll through that whole thing if you want to.
Okay, just 1 second. I'm just going to prove to the people this is happening. Please just show the picture that I have screen share. You see this? You see the screw hole? That's brand new tonight. Okay, that just got drilled into my buddy's place. So okay, I'll stop screen sharing. You show what you have. But I'm just.
I would say this is where they're going to run it through.
Letting people know that we are updating you as we get information. All right. I'm not pissed off, honestly. I shouldn't sound like I'm pissed off.
That's
Okay.
all right. Hey, everybody's got their own stuff, so let's just share it. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, and I was told I was a wackadoodle about a week and a half ago. I didn't catch Monkey saying this, but remember, I think it was one of last week's shows, Mike, where I had
I think you would be. I think that I would just off the bat assume that military assets and possibly spy planes or at least observation planes would be over the former president's birthday party. Sounds like a huge terrorist target or QAnon target. Like I think I would assume that. And if planes are flying in and out of there, doesn't that just mean that some of these CIA people are going to the party? Or hell, maybe Obama's the one who's been sending everybody to Gitmo.
and he was told to scale it back on what he talks about. Well,
Yeah, he's been told.
Hold on just a second. We got to knock the boys out early tonight, guys, because they got bad for school. So let me turn off some noise gates and let me get Ollie up in here. Give me just a second to turn all this down. Hey, Waldo. No, don't touch stuff. Already starting. You want to play your song?
Why? Well, what the?
Here's your song.
Oh, seems that we have breaking news. Ollie,
Step over.
there. Can you hear us?
You gotta look. Same
Ollie.
day. Same thing every day. Step over.
That night news with that night news. Here comes Ollie with that night news with that night news. Here comes Ollie with that night news with that night news with that night news. Here comes Ollie with that night news with that night news with that night news.
You want to talk to him? Who are you?
I'm in no do. You don't.
I'm not hurting you. Just sit down. Talk to him.
What? Why cat put got it all?
The cat puts glasses on because he's a cool cat.
That no cat.
That's a cool cat.
That cat.
Show him your hair.
That dog cat.
It's a dog cat.
Oh, a cat.
Cat. Okay. Show him your hair.
Cat.
Show him your haircut. Your hair's shorter.
How short?
Okay. Now we're done with that.
They said it looks good.
Hey.
All right, talk to him.
They said, are you ready to go to school Wednesday?
You ready for school?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do at school?
I know.
You
Tell
gonna
them you got trains in your class. Oh,
trains? What are you gonna do with the train in your class? Stop.
Ollie.
Talk on this microphone to these people.
What kind of trains do you have? Remember when you played with trains?
Dad.
Tell
Talk to them.
them about the trains.
I'm.
We're not hurting each other. Just talk.
Ollie.
Sit still and talk.
Somebody said it looks like
Stop moving.
you need to try a mohawk. Do you want a mohawk? Your hair?
Stop moving. Put your hands down. Stop
You're
moving.
just gonna piss them off, and
Good. He can leave then.
William.
Stop.
That would be nice.
They're asking you questions about school. Talk about school.
I know.
When do you go to school?
Wednesday.
What grade are you in?
Okay.
What grade are you in?
Remember?
Kinder.
Got.
Yeah.
And.
Good job.
Kindergarten. Good job.
Got.
Kindergarten. Good job. What else? What's your teacher's name?
Miss Regina.
Yeah.
Say it.
Wednesday.
Miss Gina.
And like school. Do you like school?
No.
Why don't you like?
Why it's so boring?
You just sat here all day and stare at your tablet. What could be more boring?
It won't be boring this year.
Stop.
In Bubba's school.
You don't get a fight just because we're talking. Just talk.
say today.
He wasn't there today.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Bubba got glasses. Did you see Bubba's glasses?
You did, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think? You like them?
What? I'm not see it.
Here, I showed you in the car. Here.
Just a picture with Bubba with black glasses on. It's
I
fine.
want to see.
There's two. He looks
Stop.
cute, huh?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm so toy.
You done talking?
Yeah.
Alright, say love you.
Call you head to hall.
Good. Say love you.
Love you.
Ollie.
Oi. Wait, not new.
Bye.
What?
Look
what
at the
you bought?
floor. Look at the
Bye.
floor.
Good job. Baby.
Alright, let me get Liam set up. Liam, what are you talking about?
I'll meet you in your room.
I don't know anything about what is that? Spell it or draw it or
IKUNID.
Alright, you ready?
All aboard that game train. All aboard that game train. Game over.
Hello everybody. So a little bit on game trend news. That kind of ruined the surprise, but I went to an eye doctor today.
Your mom shared a picture.
Yeah. But yeah, I went to an eye doctor, and I'm going to get new glasses. I got these cool circle glasses that are my favorite. It's like big circle glasses, kind of like the glasses filter, but they have like black, like a little big borders, like a little thick borders, and like the best way I can describe them is think of like the Harry Potter circle glasses. That's what I call them, the Harry Potter glasses. And then Dad's the only one who likes these glasses. It's like the thin, like square ones. But yeah, Dad's the only one who likes it. Everybody else in the car, and even including Grammy, everybody liked the Harry Potter glasses, including me. But yeah, so someone said gamer glasses. So yeah, we might turn off the filter, like the glasses filter on the screen, to show my glasses because they're good and they're cool. But yeah, also I went to school for the first day. I made some friends and I figured out there's several groups. There's the gamer group, the mall girls is what I call them, the jocks, and then the smart alecks. And then me and my friend are the two brain cells. With a combined power of one brain cell, we can use two brain cells. Yeah, and we're basically just memeing and talking about video games. But yeah, someone just commented mall girls. Yeah, they're the type that like always shout as loud as possible at the lunch table saying, "Oh my gosh, did you hear what Susan did last night?" That's my imitation. But yeah. Oh, also, if you want to see those glasses photos, it's on Telegram. And speaking of going to websites, you should go to youtube.com/GameTrain, my YouTube channel. Yeah, both pairs were $69.95 with a free eye exam. So that was so good. For really good glasses. OMG, Liam, that's okay. Thanks. But yeah, so go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now for a fast video on Piku Niku. So first off, here's my subtitle for the game. It's the real title. The rise of Drip and overthrowing the greedy overlords. And that's how I made the game, because you can play this game any way you want. You can follow the story. You can exit the story and play a video game for 15 minutes trying to get a score of 35, which I got. And you can collect action figures. You can become the best person at Bass Kick, which is a game where you kick a watermelon in a hoop and you get $5 if you win. But yeah, and also you can buy stuff, like, for example, as I started out, I had no drip. I was just a red blob with legs. But then at the end of the game, I had the signature Epic Gamer Lord Farquaad III, the inventor of drip. His signature flower hat, the invention of drip. And the flower hat, whenever you crouch, it changes the color of the flower hat, so I always stuck with purple. But yeah, this game is really cool. There is a few buttons. There's a button to change your items and like your hats. There's a button to roll, and there's a button to jump. And we don't count the move button because that shouldn't count. So 3 buttons. But if you count the joystick, 4. But yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of different areas. There's the starting area and the grass, and then you learn these giant robots are sucking up all the farm parts, and you say, hey, that's okay because you gave us free money for picking up our corn. But then you notice later on in the forest that's bad. They're ruining the forest and picking up everything. And they took up an entire lake. And then you learn out the pink guy, not the pink guy on the right, the pink guy on to the left of the red guy. That guy named Mr. Sunshine is he's trying to erupt a volcano so he can live in peace and make his own town, and live with clones of, like, they fuse like these people together, and they're called the Sunshiners because his name is Mr. Sunshine. So the Sunshiners, they don't even know how to speak. They can barely say hello. So that obviously wasn't going to work out. So then the volcano erupted and we went to space because they underestimated the power of the volcano. What's up with the camera? Yeah, I think the lighting's a little brighter, so that's why I might look a little more pale. Clones.
Turned it to white.
Yeah.
Because I'm tan and you're not, because you don't go outside.
Oh yeah, he said he's tan, so he turned it more white. But yeah. Oh, I'm orange now. But yeah.
That's your artificial tan.
And there's
no on the picture. Why is there a camera on?
Why is there a camera on the picture? Oh yeah, Mr. Sunshine keeps eyes on you, so he knows what the villagers are doing, and he constantly looks. Mr. Sunshine, he clones people, and he mixes them together. For example, there's this part where he took a green guy and then a pink guy, and he mixed them together, and he made him, and he took his DNA also, so it had like the cloud shape of him. So it was a weird cloud pink thing. It was a weird cloud green thing with like the face of the pink guy, and it could barely say hello. But yeah, this game is really funny depending on how you play it. For example, I invented drip. I was the person to invent drip. Mom said the camera represents the government spying on citizens. Yeah.
Fiber optics.
buy gold buy gold when Liam is orange. Yeah, I am orange. No, guys, I'm turning into an orange. I'm an orange now. I literally look like a traffic cone because I have an orange shirt and then an orange face because of the camera. This game is a lot of fun. And also, you might be asking, where did Funny Week go? That's still in progress, but I knew the Halo Reach video would take a long time to like get. So I was like, crap. We have to do a short one because I have to go to bed in 20 minutes. And yeah, so the Halo Reach video is next video. And if you're asking, Dad is working on the upload schedule. Right now we only have 3 videos. And if you do subscribe, go watch my cereal tier list video because everybody says how good it is. Is this a Japanese game? Yeah, it was, but it's not like Tekken no Tatsujin where everything like sounds Japanese. They're just beeps and boops. And you make friends with worms. You have to be in bed in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm waiting for it to hit 10 minutes. And there we go. It hit 10 minutes. Goodbye. I'll see you next time. Let me play my music. You'll hopefully see my glasses in about like 7 business days, Mom said. Bye.
Thank you guys. I just stopped the recording. Let me get the filters back on, and then I'll be back. Thank you for hanging out while Liam and Ollie do their little portions. They got to stick to their little schedules now that school started back, but still, 10 minutes is not bad. Hell, I think I'd probably get more views if I'd only did 10-minute videos. Some of the best videos I've ever had have been shorter videos. Nasara Gasara got 200,000 views. The long videos don't get shit, especially on the backup channel. But we're in it to win it now. All right, let's get the camera. Boom, boom. Here we are. All right, let's go back in because Rage gets pretty upset by something that's said in chat.
Told that a couple times now.
Well, somebody had put in the chat, and I'm not going to second guess him because I had about 3 things going on, that he kind of alluded to the fact that he was asked to tighten it up. So I would be in that camp too. Yep, we just keep moving goalposts. That's what we do here. So if you want to move the goalpost, why don't you move off the damn channel?
You know what? You want to come at us with that bullshit? Fuck you. You know, seriously. At this point, really, move the goalposts when the goalposts have been moved on us since 1917. You son of a bitch, or whoever the fuck you are. Fuck off.
Cage.
Get the fuck out of here.
Cage. Rage in the cage. Let's look at this real quick. All right, let's get to the bottom of this one first, and then we'll move on. So. System overview, tools, components, final assembly and testing.
I told him in the chat, I said, I know what that box is. There's one in my house, but they didn't want my input, I guess.
So system overview, it's showing where it goes in a large building. There's one above a door, right?
Looks familiar.
Oh, hey, CBC says he knows what the mystery box is.
Oh, Jeff acknowledged it.
Here. So that looks very familiar, right? So it says point of entry, tells exactly how to do it. The hole that you're.
By the way, when you say point of entry and you're talking about faceplates and telecommunications, point of entry is where it comes into your house at. It's not point of entry like it has to be over a door. Point of entry means, okay, we're coming through the wall. This is where we have our point of entry, and then we go to a modem or whatever.
Describing their cage is required for this installation. It goes into the room, goes above the door. More familiar stuff. It definitely looks like a fiber optic thing.
Well, I can tell you right now, my friend that you talked to on the phone earlier did not authorize this to enter his property. He does not want this. He does not require this. He does not use their service whatsoever.
Well, I don't know specifics about his friend. I just don't. I'm sure he knows more about his friend than I do, clearly. But if you're part of a homeowners association or some type of board of directors or something that controls the condos, which is kind of hard not to be in to everybody individually, because I could let my condo go to shit and your condo could be really nice and I could be driving down everybody's prices. I could have 300 cats and dead bodies inside my condo, and your condo could be the nicest place in town and I would be fucking you. If you have some type of board of directors, even if they're individually owned, like we saw in Florida with the condo that collapsed, they were all individually owned, but they had a board of directors that made decisions about the building and blah, blah, blah. If they say they call a telecommunications company, they have a meeting, vote on it, and say, okay, we want everybody to have access to fiber. They don't have to sign up for fiber. They don't have to have the router put in, but we need access points in everybody's condo. Then it's going to happen. That's part of owning a condo.
And yet they are invading his home with this. Do you think they're going to stop there? If you need me to get off mic so that things can stay calm, I will, because I'm hot. I'm fucking hot.
I understand why you're hot. I wouldn't want anybody invading my house either. I would be pretty upset if I came home and people were drilling holes into my.
Well, that's why you can't own a condo or something controlled by a homeowners association. You should just buy a house of your own, because if you live in a condo with a shared building, then they're gonna come in and say, okay, well, everybody's got to upgrade to GFCIs, or everybody's got to have access point for new telecommunications, or you should have went to the meeting where they voted on it.
My place of residence without my permission, I'd probably be pretty hot, wanting to know what the hell it is. I can tell you in all the years of experience that I've been in the trades, I've never seen anything like this. Now, I'm not saying that I think it's any boogeyman shit. I'm just saying I've personally never seen anything like this installed, making connection in residence.
Well, I mean, fiber internet's its own thing. It's not electronics. Electricians don't fuck. Fiber internet's its own thing. That's why it has its own fiber internet techs.
It's talking about some type of light.
That's what there's used for.
There's the internet connection. I don't know what the hell it's used for.
Fiber, maybe.
Robert Coleman and Pat.
If it shows a detailed drawing and the only thing it says is internet connection, it's used for an internet connection. That's what my plug looks like. See that brown piece right there going into that green plug? That brown piece is it almost looks like an LED. It's a glass globe that catches the laser beam and distributes it into the wires. I had to move mine around and shorten it, and I didn't like where it was at. And I needed to get hard-lined fiber back here to the Cat 6, back here to the computer. And because my wireless was only working at like 250 megabits per second, but we pay for 1,000. So 1,000 up and 1,000 down. So I had to get it hardline back here. I moved some stuff around, got it hooked into the security system, all that shit.
Connection. I don't know what the hell
they put it in my living room as far away from my computer as they could possibly get.
And everybody else that said call the police, call the authorities. Guess what? Who do you fucking think is doing this to us? Do you think that calling the police is going to do one iota?
Yeah, but fiber optic lighting is a whole lot different than fiber optic internet.
I played off my truck, so I couldn't drive for a week and a half until the damn registry opens in my tiny little village on Tuesday. Okay, they made sure I couldn't move around this weekend. This is not bullshit, folks. Like I'm not sick and tired. I'm pissed off. So, Mike, I'm sorry. I'm gonna.
It sounds like Rage is maybe a targeted individual.
Because I have no rationality right now. I'm too pissed off. I'm gonna drop out, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, if you're still listening, I'm going to read what it says for the system overview to give you and your friend an idea of what's going on in his home. So the OFS Invis Lite DMU solution enables nearly invisible and fast fiber placement up risers and down hallways to reach living units in MDU buildings. OFS Invis Lite ILU in living unit solution sold separately can enable virtually invisible, fast, and plug-and-play connections inside the living unit to the subscriber's optical network terminal. That's what the description is.
That's all internet.
To me, it seems like it's possibly some type of wireless system, and maybe it's an internet system.
It's not wireless. There's a big fucking wire on it.
Say internet. I don't see anywhere where it says internet.
MDU is multi-dwelling unit. If you do real estate deals, MDU is always multi-dwelling unit, which are like apartments, condos, blah blah blah. One building, multiple units.
I don't know. It's nothing I've ever seen, but they upgrade shit so much anymore. By the time this is installed, it's already obsolete, and they got something completely better, faster, lighter, smaller, more compact.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, but the cable doesn't look like a fiber cable to me. It's awful small for a fiber cable, but I'm not a fiber guy, so maybe.
Yeah, if you've only seen fiber like on the side of the road, it's a big fucking cable because they got to have a strand for each person's house, a pair. I guess you could use the same one depending on delays, but they got to have a strand for each person's house. But once you're in your house, it's a very, very, very thin wire. Mine looks smaller than that one that they're showing.
There's a smaller fiber cable. I'm not 100% sure on that.
There is fiber optics. They use them all the time in windmills.
Okay.
But I know in Oklahoma, they can't put anything on your building for your house, your single resident, without you requesting it or giving permission. Now, but on on a condo system, I could see where it would probably be mandatory to do the Florida deal, but I still don't understand how they would do it without your permission or without at least letting you know.
I think it's a Wi-Fi thing. I think it's some type of wireless booster modem. I don't know. That's what I would guess it is. As far as locking doors and stuff, I don't know. It doesn't say anything about locking doors.
It does make you want to know if they can look at you, though, through this fiber optic.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They put shit like that in, and then next thing you know, there's a fucking camera in it, and they're watching your shit,
Right.
I'm like, Cage.
By the way, that same company that makes that, this is their drawing for their the way they make it. It looks like they put the point of entry, Invisalign point of entry module. They're going to put that above the door. Then they're going to hardwire the entire apartment out through here. This is the way this one's set up. So hardwire the entire apartment out through here. And then this would be their media room. And this is where the Invisalign wall module and the modem would go if you signed up for it. They probably pre-run all this wire to wherever they think you'll want your modem at or wherever they agreed to put the modems at for all the condos. And then when you call them, instead of having to tear your shit apart or your neighbor's shit apart or put one in or taking 6 weeks, they just hook you up from here to here and you're ready to go. From like wherever they came into the place at, wherever they come up at a junction box, they just hook it up from there to there and you're ready to go, or even just turn it on. Like it's probably already ran, but I don't think it's anything scary. I understand Rage is upset, but I don't think it's anything scary.
I just see where it locks any doors. This is my experience, Cage, and to your buddy. This is my experience working in county buildings, and especially the sheriff's department here in town. I've had to go in and put card readers in and stuff so they can access doors. A lot of the locking and latching mechanisms.
Prepping 101 comes on and tries to dissolve it.
Anything here that's AWOL.
Hold on, I might have to refresh it.
I don't know.
The stream ended. I didn't know that, but I might have to refresh it. Prepping. Where does prepping come in at? There's prepping.
I don't know why. I'm sorry, my phone's doing this.
Yeah. All right, we got prepping too. Welcome prepping to Liberty Warrior.
Hey. So, let's see if I can screen share this and set Rage's mind at ease. Let's see.
Yeah, we talked to We the Pepe. He's just got a lot of live stuff going on right now.
I think it's this one here.
He's good.
So, if you share that real quick.
Okay.
That is exactly what Rage was looking at. That's the front piece.
That is true. That's what he's looking at.
To it. And it's Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Well, no, it's fiber, but yeah.
To someone's router. And if I share this next bit here, there's one other image here. I hope this is the right one.
Appreciate you helping out prepping.
Oh, you're good. We were just going through what these boxes were.
One second here. I got two things that are the same exact thing. Nope, that's not the right one. Where is it? I'm sorry. I'm looking for each thing to do.
They're talking about lock. You need to get the hell out of your house. I don't know. That's
There it is right there.
all weird shit, and I think we're going to see a lot weirder shit coming our way for sure. So
the prepping 101.
By the way, Liberty also mentions the jet aircraft, an A-10, Thunderbolt 2, and something else landed in Michigan. That was planned weeks ahead of time.
Thank you for showing this, but the technology you're showing is about 10 years old, and it doesn't have the markers, it doesn't have the plugins, the green plugins that we showed.
I mean, yeah, it does. The green plugins are for fiber.
So I know where you're coming from, and I appreciate you bringing this to us, but we're showing stuff that's happening today.
Yeah, Susie, I don't think anybody's giving consent for the smart meters because it's on their side. The meter is technically their side. We got a smart meter. Nobody's giving consent for it. It's just happening.
So
it's not actually your side until it hits your fuse box. That's what you're in charge of, and you can decide. Everything from the meter to the fuse box and back to the power pole is all theirs.
And just thought I'd give you guys that. I did a little bit of research right off the front there.
yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate any help that we get. I know there's some
So prepping kind of backs down. Like I was trying to help, blah blah blah, but he had it. I mean, it was a fiber optic box. Anyways, that's enough of that. Oh, I was just saying that they mentioned the A-10 and stuff. I can look that up, I guess. Hold on. A-10 lands in Michigan. Here it is. A-10 attack jet uses Michigan Road for landing and takeoff exercise. So this was planned through their local National Guard. I was trying to explain to Liberty. We talked one time. I was trying to tell him that there's actually federal regulations about the interstate system and other roads, state roads and federal roads, where every so often they have to have straight areas on the roads to be used in emergency situation as runways, whether it's a military operation or whether it's an EMP or a plane's fucking falling out of the sky or whatever. There's lots of that going on. So this was planned. Because the reason I know for an absolute 1000% fact this was planned without even looking it up when I heard about it is because I heard it was going to happen, and then Liberty told me it did happen and asked me if I heard anything about it. And I was like, oh, I didn't know it happened. I heard it was going to. It's pretty cool. They sectioned off this road, of course. Made sure that everything was sectioned off, then did this exercise. Pretty sweet. Local back road goes Burt. It's the first time military aircraft touched down civilian roads in the U.S. I don't think that's true. Residents living in the northern Michigan portion, well, it might be. It might be that they just test it and make sure that it'll happen. Yeah, part of the Michigan National Guard did it. They might have just made sure. I know there's regulations about some roads in different areas. I know that civilian jets have to be rated to land on certain different types of roads. Russia is even more extreme. Russia makes their pilots qualify to land on hardpack road, on dirt road, and on snow and ice covered road. Like their pilots over Russia have to qualify to land on all that shit. They're doing it all the time. But they don't usually get this low. On August 5th, aircraft from the Michigan Air National Guard landed and departed from a stretch of two-lane highway in the northeast portion of the state. It's the first time such military activity is covered on a maybe on a public highway. I'm sure they've paved roads and had them do it. The historic touchdown was captured on video and photos. 127th wing of the Michigan Air National Guard. So the Michigan Air National Guard has been trying to get this approved for like 10 fucking years to let them do this. They knew it was feasible. They know it's possible. We do it overseas. We've done it in other countries. Let's fucking do it. but they couldn't get it approved anywhere. It says they did it on M32 highway near Alpena, Michigan. That was closed for 5 hours to accommodate this training exercise as part of the annual Northern Strike training mission. Northern Strike is a yearly mission that they do. It's part of their annual training. At least they never landed on public roads in the U.S. ATEMs from the Michigan Air National Guard participated in similar exercises in Estonia. I remember seeing the pictures of the Estonia one back in 2018. And many countries have conducted similar exercises involving public roads over the decades. There's a legend that says U.S. highway system is actually designed with required straight sections to accommodate aircraft in the event of war. And while there are plenty of straightaways, American roads could serve as such purpose. Designing roads with that in mind is just an urban legend. Oh, I thought it was true. I had always heard that growing up, that roads had to have a straight section ever so often. Landing on a stretch of... Actually, I don't think that's true. Well, about 10 years ago, there was a cargo plane that landed here in Tennessee. But now that I'm thinking about it, that road was shut off and closed down, and they were planning on tearing it up, and they used it as a runway. And I don't think it landed. I think the jet took off from there because it taxied out of an armory that was there, or like a National Guard place that was there. And I guess it was an armory with hangars. I remember that. But they got rid of that road, so maybe it was already closed and wasn't public highway at the time. Yeah, I didn't say the national highway system was designed for flight. I said when they're designing roads, when they're laying out roads, when they're changing roads, they need straight sections of a road. I've heard that all the time. Like if they're building new roads, also that they have to, there's something in the pavement as part of the test on it, whether it could handle a load, the compaction rate. Not that they laid out the interstate system before flight for roads and airplanes. What was the next video we were going to show? I have heard that, but I guess not. I wonder if it shows Biden again with the suitcase. Uh-oh. We didn't finish this video. Let's see what this one is.
Now evaluating to what extent officials can detect and respond if it's lost, stolen, or compromised.
This was the nuclear football video we didn't finish watching.
Presidential emergency satchel. And one U.S. official told Reuters
there it
that
is.
The January 6th siege helped trigger the evaluation. Vice President Mike Pence was at the U.S. Capitol at the time, accompanied by...
I thought it was true. It's actually a guy who was an engineer for a company I worked for is probably the first place I ever heard it.
Carrying a backup.
Look at, hold on. We saw Joe Biden already with this. Russian pilots train to land on dirt. Let's see. I saw a video on this a few days ago. Here you go. Here's one. Look at that shit. They have to, so the video I watched, it might not be true, because it was from, they said that they have to qualify on dirt, regular road, like hard pack or hardball, that's a hardball, dirt, and ice. But Russia's a whole lot concerned with war in the homeland than anybody else is, clearly. Damn, that can't be smooth. Have you guys ever seen the Bronco? This is an old school Marine Corps plane that's pretty badass. The OV-10 Bronco. That's from the Smithsonian Channel. This is a short takeoff and landing, and it's made to land on fucking like tiny ass little airfields and bullshit, and that other stuff wouldn't learn on. It's a twin turboprop plane. I'm pretty sure it's turboprops. Short takeoff and landing, little bitty looking cargo plane. Basically, they use it for all kinds of stuff. That's it too. The OV-10. Let's see if we can find a video on it. And then we'll move on from planes. I just think planes are cool.
A team of OV-10 Broncos arrives at a top-secret airbase in northern Iraq.
They fucking land everywhere.
A special operations program called Combat Dragon 2.
They were actually, it's got a weird story for the development too. I don't know if they're going to say it, probably because it's Smithsonian Channel. But two Marines were just thinking like, you know what? If we're going to Vietnam, you think we could have a plane that could just like fucking take off in a few 100 feet out in the middle of a field and land there too? That'd be pretty cool, huh? And they're like, yeah, let's design one.
The purpose of Combat Dragon 2 was to find an aircraft that could fight ISIS. Our theory was that we could employ this low-cost solution and be equally, if not more effective on how we fight the war.
It's a pretty cool plane. It's from Vietnam era.
Flying a 50-year-old plane that hasn't seen glory since Vietnam. August 2015.
I actually want to build a remote control. I know that's not this channel, but I want to build a remote control version of this just because it's so cool.
The OV-10 Broncos get an urgent request. 70 miles away in Mosul, American allies desperately need...
They're using it currently to fight ISIS. Oh, the U-2? Is it the one with they got to have chase vehicles to balance the wings and shit? The little chase carriages?
As we call them, the Peshmerga, had been captured by ISIS and had overthrown their captors.
Designed to do.
That's a bad fucking plane, dude.
There was a sense of
the fact that it can take off and fucking land in such short distance.
Coalition forces as we would any U.S. force.
When special forces specifically request a plane to be built out for them, like the A-10, the OV-10 Bronco, there's a few planes that are just bad motherfuckers.
20 minutes after takeoff, the Bronco reaches its target and circles the 10,000 feet. Pilots scan carefully over the city below. In this urban battleground, a moment of truth. Fire.
It can. It was one of the first aircraft of like a. To be fair, I mean it's slow moving. It takes off. It's got a lot of lift. It's not very fast, but it's almost laid out like a fighter jet, to where it's got missile pods and gun pods where they can swap in and out everything. I'll pull up this video of the U-2 right quick. Hold on. It is it's a spy plane, but its wings are so long and floppy, and it's so narrow bodied that it's got to have balance when it takes off. There it is, taxiing out. Oh, I didn't mean to miss it. It's got this little ass landing gear on it, and when it's lift, they just fucking fall off. Then it uses the narrow wheels it's got there. They do the same thing with gliders. If you've ever rode in a glider, a lot of times they'll use these little carriages underneath them that just kind of sit there and fall off. Sometimes they have what they call wingtip runners. So there's a place not too far from me. I really want to go do it and live stream it. It's a glider, like there's no motor on it. It's a two-person glider, but it's launched from a winch. So basically there's a winch like, I don't know, a few hundred yards away that's pulling you with a cable, and it gets you up to speed, but you have to have a wingtip runner so the wingtips don't touch because it would spin you out on the ground, a ground loop. So they have to have people that run beside the wings until you got enough lift to where it stabilizes and you can control it. And then the winch keeps pulling you faster and faster while the guy gets into the rudder and starts bringing the nose up. And the winch is the only power you have. It winches you until you're high enough, then the cable falls off, and then you just glide back down to the ground. Gliders are really fucking cool because you get the experience of flight, but it's damn near silent. Like it's silent.
Yeah, sir, take a load off. Appreciate you.
Jesus, that thing's crazy. That's wild looking with the long ass fucking wings. I wonder how much deflection's in the wings. You can see them flopping already. There you go. See, the stand just fell away. The two wingtip stands. Here it comes in for a landing. Here comes a chase vehicle behind it. And to get to it. That is a black U2. That means buy oil. I'm pretty sure.
Or the next one later today.
It'd be a cool job to be the chase vehicle, wouldn't it? I don't know. I find this shit interesting. Maybe nobody else does, but I promise we'll move on to another video in just a second. This is just cool. Ooh, God, that's almost like a movie scene. The car following it is going to be a chase vehicle that has people in it to keep the wingtips off the ground. Once it gets slow enough, these wings are, all the wheels are in the center. It's got no way to keep the wings from touching the ground. They're going to chase it down. They're going to get up with it, and then somebody's going to have to come up and keep the wings from just skidding out. So if a wing digs in hard enough somewhere, it does what they call it's technically like a ground loop because you're dragging something, but that's what it'll do. It'll fucking flip around on itself, destroy shit, knock a pilot unconscious. Somebody's going to have to keep the wings up off the ground here in a second. That's wild.
8, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1.
Oh, there's one more video I want to show you. I wish it would show him jumping out and trying to keep the fucking wings up. See, it's already, he just made a slight move and look how far the wing's tipping.
Very nice. Welcome back. Try to stop before this next major taxiway on your right.
I'm sure it's not a huge issue as long as they're going slow enough for the wingtips to touch the ground. That the guy's probably guiding them, saying if something goes wrong and a wing's coming down too quick, they'll say, oh, you got to get this wing up, blah, blah, blah. And then once it gets so slow, it does have skids on the very tip in case it drags. You just don't want to do it at high speed. Actually, let me do this. Viral landing. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I don't know how we got sidetracked on airplanes. But there was just recently, I think it's Paro. Is this it? Yeah. Look at this landing coming into Paro, which is in Bhutan.
Twitter and on other social media accounts on a video.
Look at this, coming in hot.
30, 20.
Oh no. So this is coming into Paro, Bhutan. This is a very weird airport to come into, okay? Basically, the only way to get into this airport is if you follow this valley, okay? And when you're following this valley, if you've never been in there before, there's a spot where you're slowing your airspeed, you're going super slow, you're super close to the ground, you're at fucking weird angles, and what you have to do is go over this little foothill, and then you're lined up for the airport. What people usually do is they go to the end of that foothill, come around, and then they're too far left. And then they go too far right, too far left, too far right, too far, keep overcorrecting and almost miss it. Here is what it's one of the few airports where you can actually get a guide pilot to help you. Let's see, is this one it? So he has a guide pilot with him on this flight. He just doesn't make the moves as quickly as he's supposed to.
3 seconds prior to touchdown.
Turn left now. Turn left, go to this.
Let's just do this. Let's just get the video. Let's get the full video so we're not watching it tiny as shit. Oh, 9 minutes out. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, so they're following this river valley in. Alright, here we go. This is the approach. Now, they've already got their warning system. A lot of pilots will deactivate it. So you have your low altitude warning regulation system or whatever. It'll tell you bank angle. It'll tell you low altitude, all that shit. A lot of pilots disable it because you're coming in so freaking low. And there's a spot where you have to jump over the little... Oh, I didn't back up enough. Hold on. There's a little foothill right here that you have to come over. And if you go wide with the river, you're out of alignment. But that's what most people do. See these houses and see the edge of this hill? If they go over it, they'll be lined up. If they go out here wide, they're gonna miss their approach. And the dangerous part about it is you have to wave off pretty early. It's a high airport, high altitude, so you don't have as much lift at the same speed. Plus, it's like I said, it's in the bottom of a river valley. It's surrounded by mountains. If you miss your approach. But experienced pilots do it all the time. They go over this little foothill right here. Then they're lined up on it. But if you go wide over here, you're fucked. And that's what that pilot does, is he goes wide with the river. And we'll show his bad approach here in just a second. See how this guy's going over these houses and stuff, over this little bit of slope right here? Most pilots are over here for their first time trying to miss all this shit and not get close to it.
200.
But he comes straight into the airport, right? Boom, boom, he's there. All right, let's find the one where it was like a hard as fuck landing. I think this is it. All right, now listen. He's got a guide pilot in there, and the guide pilot's saying right, 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 and then look how long it takes him to do a right.
Left now. Turn left, go to this. Turn left, turn left, turn left in this side. This hill. Go down, go down, go down. You'll be high. Go down.
He's giving him direction, but it's taking him too long to do it.
Go down now. Little more. Little more. More, so that you can come little more right. Okay, now turn right. Turn right.
He needs to be going over this hill. Right, right, right. Look how hard they come in. So, see, he's dead over the river right now, when in actuality, he should be 100 meters over here to the right.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
And look how hard he is banked. So he should have turned off his bank angle warning and all that shit. It's authorized for this airport because you're going to get low altitude. You're going to get 200, 300, 600, 400, 200. And your bank angle, your shit's just going to go off. You should have just turned it off. It's only another distraction in the cockpit that's going to make you nervous and anxious and shit. By the way, the guide is the one filming, okay? The pilot flying is over here on the left. The pilot monitoring, there's always two pilots. Pilot flying, pilot monitoring. And if something happens to the pilot flying, the pilot monitoring takes over. And he knows where they're at, what the flaps are, what the speed is. He knows everything because he's monitoring. And he also works the radios and shit like that. So the guide's in the back seat, in the jump seat. Pilot flying's flying. Pilot monitoring is recording it with his cell phone. God forbid this guy fucking pass out. They would have all died. Up, left, brake. Up, overcorrect. Look right here. This is the runway over here. The center line of the plane's right here where the where the thrust levers are. Right here is the center line of the airplane. They're landing in the grass right now.
30, 20.
Whoa! And that's how it's done, folks. Coming in hot, baby. They honestly, they should have come in a little bit straighter. Yeah, they did a good job saving it. I would say that. There's nothing wrong. A lot of people were saying, oh my God, he got a bank angle warning coming in, and he got this, he got that. It's too late. He's already passed his misapproach area. He couldn't throttle out of that if he wanted to. He did a really good job fucking landing it, even though he fucked up coming in. But I showed you what one's supposed to look like and what one actually looks like. Here we go. Here's one coming in. Let's see if they go over the foothill or if they come out by the river.
1,000.
See, they ought to disable all those warnings because there's so many foothills and little upshoots of the landscape. They're going to get all kinds of warnings here. So here's the foothills we're looking for. Here's the riverbed. Right here is where he needs to go over. If he stays wide, he's going to be too far left, then overcorrect.
200.
He should already be turning right and coming right. The airport's right here. See the landing? He's doing it. Well, he's going to get it. He did well. He didn't overshoot it and then overcorrect. This guy's going to come in smooth as glass, probably. He probably does it all the time.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
He even flared right at the end. That was a good one. That was what was missing from the... So when you come in for a landing, obviously you're going down. You have to have enough speed to still fly. You can't fall out of the sky. So the last thing you do before you touch down is flare. And what you do is when you're really close to the ground, you pull up. And what that does is it dissipates all the energy you got left. You got the thrusters off or in reverse, and you pull up. And that gives you that smooth landing that most people are used to when you fly commercial. The first video, he didn't have time to do a flare. He was just trying to get the sumbitch on the ground. That's why they hit so hard. But that guy did really good. If we go back to the other video, this guy goes left, then right, then left, then right. He corrects and overcorrects. Watch when they first see the airport. They're to the far left of it. Landing strips over here. We're already, when we first see the runway, we're already too far left. Runway's right there. This is the runway. We're already way left. We need to go back right. Now he's going to overcorrect right. Bank angle. Now he's going to look where the nose is pointed. If he keeps going straight right here, he's going to be fucking over here somewhere. Now he's too far right. By the time he gets out of it, now he's got to come back left. We're going to miss the runway. Everything was just overdone. No flare, and boom. All right, we can move on from airplanes now. It is interesting to watch, though. I would. That's a really cool airport. That's really cool to me. I don't even know how we got on airplanes, but on to the next piece. Somebody told me that Miss Rita decided to speak about us.
But I'm about to get up. Let's try this again, y'all. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sounds good. Woo! Praise the Lord. I don't know what happened. I didn't change a thing. I just kept trying to go back on live. Oh my goodness. Hey y'all. I am so sorry. I apologize profusely. Hello everybody. Yay, we got sound. Woo! Lord, we're thankful for the little things, aren't we? Hello everybody. Hey Alice and Mike and Mary. Hey everybody. Long time no see. Hey David and Roxanne.
Hey Rita.
Come on in. Let's try to get this thing going tonight. Good grief. I don't know what's going on, but
I don't know if it got shut down. I mean, he did 2 hours and something. How long does he usually go?
and I couldn't get live. The live button wasn't there, and it was like going live was not even an option. So I don't know. I just don't know. Well, thank you so much. I miss y'all too. I just miss y'all so much when I'm not able to come on here, and it makes me.
Okay.
And we're going to first of all meet and greet.
Let's get into your intel.
Exchange information. We're going to exchange emails.
Rita blocked me too. I got to come in through a super secret account.
So that we can communicate. They've been reported across multiple platforms, including major outages on Twitter. Now, I don't know how y'all...
On what? Major outages on what?
ARM. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. We've been having some social media glitches. They've been reported across multiple platforms, including major outages on Twitter. Now,
Major outages on what?
They've been reported across multiple platforms, including major outages on Twitter. Now, I don't know how y'all...
I feel like there's extra letters in there.
I feel about the mainstream media, but I think the mainstream media has been infiltrated with some white hats. I believe the mainstream media
Infiltrated.
has already been talked to and dealt with. I feel like in my heart that the good guys, the guys that are in charge, have probably talked to the mainstream media, and they're probably laying it out on the line for them and saying, listen, you can either go along with the plan, and when all this information comes out and all this stuff is being revealed, you can either broadcast it or we'll take it down and we'll do it through the emergency broadcast system. You know, that's what Trump does. He always tries to give people the benefit of the doubt and give them an opportunity to turn around and do the right thing. That's what they did on January the 6th. That's what they did.
That's exactly right. That's what she did that's what he did with Hillary Clinton. You guys remember lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. And then there was no locking or complaints or investigations or anything. Gave her the benefit of the doubt all the way until she retired.
On Election Day, when they, he was hoping that Mike Pence would do the right thing, and Mitch McConnell and all that. He was saying, I hope Mike Pence does the right thing. He always tries to give them the benefit of the doubt, but he always lets them play their hand. He lets them show who they really are and where their loyalties lie. So I feel like because of the things that I've been seeing on mainstream media, the things that they're reporting now, I feel like that the mainstream media has been infiltrated by the good guys.
Is that like infiltrated?
Not totally, not completely, but I think they have been talked to. I think they know their fate. I think they know what's coming. Listen, y'all, the deep state knows they're losing. When you cut off the money, continue to stay in power. He's letting them see for themselves.
Trump is letting Biden destroy the country so everybody feels better when he comes back and loves him more.
Trump knows how people are. If he got up there and started telling people about all the things that these deep staters and the cabal and these Hollywood elites and these politicians have been involved in and what...
If you guys don't mind, please share the stream out. You guys know we're on the backup channel. We don't get as many views here. Not as many people see us, especially if you can share it on Twitter. Thank you.
they've been doing.
I feel like we've infiltrated the whole Twitter.
Doing for decades. People wouldn't believe it. They would not believe it. They have to see it for themselves. There's no other way around it. They have to see it for themselves. So that's what he's doing. He's letting people see what they're willing to do, how they're willing to destroy our country to just continue to stay in power. He's letting them see for themselves. You know, they never do what they tell us to do. You know, Obama had that big birthday bash. Nobody was wearing a face covering. They wasn't social distancing. They was all there having a high old time when they're talking about putting another lockdown on you and me. Okay? They're talking about another lockdown, mandatory lockdown.
I think she plays it up.
For you and me.
I could come in here and lay it on as thick as I possibly wanted.
Because this new Delta
Sound like some of my mom's relatives.
variant.
But I think she builds it up.
And all these people are there and nobody has on a mask. See, they want you to believe that stuff. Now, if this was so bad, if this Delta variant...
I always get all my medical advice from a woman on Facebook and Twitter. That's the best way I see to do it, because I wasn't listening to none of them people on the mainstream medias. I believe they've been infiltrated.
Variant was so bad, everybody there would have on a mask.
I understand having a thick accent. When you're pronouncing words with extra letters and fucking syllables, I think you're laying it on a little thick.
But that's not, they don't play by their own rules, you see. They don't play by their own rules. They never have. Stacey Abrams has never played by her own rule. Nancy Pelosi's not played by the rules. We saw her getting her hair done back when everybody was locked down in their house. Newsom was out at a party. None of them people follow their own rules. Governor Whitmer and all them people, they don't follow their own rules.
Mama said they's my magic legs and they take me anywhere.
So we saw old Obama having his little birthday bash. Nobody there with a mask on.
Well, I think it's fair game. I'm pretty sure she talked about us today. I was sent this link and heard she talked about me today.
And they all was just having a good old time. But it was showing those, and they had some bunch of pictures, and then later those pictures were deleted. I went back to look and I saw a bunch of those pictures were deleted. I wanted to tell y'all too that this new Delta variant, there is no test for this new Delta variant. I don't know how they're telling everybody that there's this new Delta variant out there when there is no test for it. There's no test for it. There's not even a test for the COVID. These PCR tests don't work. They're ineffective. They don't work. They false positive. They've already been pulled. So now they're talking about this new Delta variant, and they don't even have a test for the Delta variant. So I don't understand how they can tell us we got the new Delta variant out there when there is no test for it.
So the way they test for a Delta variant is they get a COVID-19 positive, and then they do a genome sequencing of the live virus that they grew from your test to see if it's the Delta variant or not.
The sickness is coming from people who's had the jab. That's where the sickness is.
Genomic sequencing is the only way to tell new variants and if there's just been some type of mutation.
But they want us to think there's a new variant out there that is going to be so bad, everybody's going to have to start being locked down again. That's coming, y'all. So this new coming Delta lockdown is designed to invoke protest. Now, I want y'all to listen to me. I've been listening to a lot of people, and we've been talking about false flags. We've been talking about false.
I don't think you can say that word. I think you're supposed to say homosexual. We've been talking about false homosexuals.
And false flags is definitely...
Oh, flags. I'm sorry. I didn't hear it.
Do not go for the bait. Do not fall into the traps that the deep state is setting up for all the patriots. Okay? Don't fall for it. So the Delta lockdown is coming, and the reason is because they say that Joe Biden is going to announce, supposedly on the 11th, Joe Biden is supposed to come out and talk about this, and he's supposed to talk about a nationwide lockdown. And we're going to put all this together here in a minute. So Joe Biden, the pretender in chief, cash on hand, because this is coming, y'all. This is coming. This is happening in Southeast Asia and Myanmar and all these other places. And we're already hearing of people here in the United States that say,
we're already hearing of people hearing.
to the bank and they couldn't
That's called hear and say, I think.
their check. They're out of money and they're not printing anymore.
See, Mark. I didn't know you was going to bed. See, man. See, Carolyn.
You have cash on hand, because at some point with the quantum financial
I hope your family gets feeling better. You say it was a grandkid. I hope they get to feeling better.
things are going to go down, okay? So just make sure that you're prepared for that, okay? It seems that the U.S. Navy and Marines are doing massive military exercises and trainings. I've seen videos there in Washington, D.C. where the military's there doing training exercises. The military is spread out all over the United States, especially in the bigger cities. And we know what we're talking about. We're talking about Pennsylvania. We're talking about Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. We're talking about New York, California. We're talking about all these states. And Michael Jaco the other night was saying he left and he moved to Florida. He said, I had to get out. He said, I couldn't stay. I think he was from California. He said, I couldn't stay in California. I had to leave.
Was Michael Jaco living in California? For some reason, I was thinking he's living somewhere else. I know he moved to Florida.
They're saying that a lot of these big states are going to see a lot of stuff happening there in the streets. So, be very careful. But we see that it says participating units from the Navy and the Marines will span 17 time zones, including 6 Naval and Marine Corps component commands, 5 U.S. numbered fleets, everything. Well, he's a pedophile.
Okay.
All these people that were so vocal about Trump and how they hated him and how they wanted to cut his head off and all this stuff, they're all part of the pedophilia, child sex trafficking, adrenochrome.
Whoa! Whoa! Talk about stringing some words together. They're all part of the pedophilia, child sex trafficking, deep state cabal, adrenochrome machine. Whoa!
No wonder they hated him. They were Trump was stopping their little game and he didn't like it. Did you know that you cannot go into a Subway and sit down and eat
I have permission from Jared himself.
unless you can prove that you've had the jab? Yeah. Subway says that they have posted a sign that says sitting facilities are only available for fully vaccinated people. You will be required to provide a proof of your COVID certification. So you can't go into the Subway and sit down and eat your sandwich if you have not had the jab. Well, I can tell you one thing. I won't be going to Subway, period. I used to like Subway.
I don't think you're allowed.
Subway. See you later. No. Crazy stuff. Just like I said, more and more stuff's coming out, y'all. More and more stuff is coming out. This is a time of reveal. People keep saying, when are we going to hear? It's coming. It's here. It's for us to see. It's here. We just have to go find it ourselves because mainstream media isn't doing it. CDC has finally admitted that fully vaccinated people are super spreaders carrying deadly variants and high viral loads. CDC is admitting this. This was according to Natural News.
Do you think it's a person who is named Seedy, S-E-E-D-Y, Seedy, C, like the letter C, or like the ocean? CDC
was on Sunday, August the 1st. Yeah, CDC is admitting that fully vaccinated Americans are now the super spreaders and they are carrying a deadly variant and high viral loads. Yes, so CDC is now admitting that the super spreaders are the fully vaccinated people. Now, we know that, but you see, they're going to try to make it look like it's the unvaccinated people that are the super spreaders, but it's not. It's not. And it's funny that when I was sick the other day, and I believe I had a sinus infection, or either I had a 24-hour bug. I don't know what it was. It could have been COVID. I don't know. It could have been COVID.
I don't know. Could have been. Could have been anything. Could have been some bad possum. Could have been COVID. Could have been nasal infection. Could have been encephalation. I don't know. I just say different things. Could have been the cabal. You know, they poisoned Scott McKay and his daddy.
But I'm not going to let them test me for it. I'm not going to let them still stick that graphene oxide swab up my brain.
Anytime you've ever been to a hospital, anytime you've ever been in a medical setting, and they've went open and said, okay, we're going to take a blood sample, we're going to take a stool sample, we're going to give you an injection, we're going to start an IV, and they went and opened a pack up that was sealed, you've had contact with graphene oxide.
And I'm not going to the hospital because that's exactly...
It sterilizes the shit. And we're talking in parts per million. And it takes fucking billions and billions and billions of times that amount to be a carcinogen.
This is what they're going to want to do. I could have had it. I don't know. But why is it
could have been trouble with my lady parts? I don't know.
That everybody thinks that anytime you're sick, it's COVID. I bet you I had 100 messages. Have you got COVID? Have you been tested for COVID? Did you go to the hospital or do you have COVID? No, I don't. I ain't been no hospital.
They don't want you to turn into Scott's dad.
What happened to the common cold? What happened to the 24-hour bug? What happened to the sinus infection? Or, I mean, all that stuff went out the window. We don't hear about any of that anymore. There is no common cold anymore. It's the COVID. Just like they said, COVID cured the common cold, the flu, and everything. It cured
everything. That's the two I can remember: common cold and flu, and everything.
There is no such thing anymore except COVID. I don't care what you got; it's COVID. So CDC has finally admitted that the fully vaccinated people are the super spreaders. Yep. Pretty sad. People ask me all the time, what can I do to get involved? What can I do to make a difference? You know what we can start doing? We can start calling the FDA, and we can start telling them to stop this genocide. We can ask them, how many people have died from these vaccines? Ask them, how many people have died?
Ask them. Ask them. If you ask them and they won't tell you, take your ass and stick it on the phone and say, hey, do you know you're being asked? I don't know if you can transfer brown eye through a cellular device, but it's worth a try.
From the vaccines. Can you tell me that? There's a lot of people that's died
You use your brown eye and they'll end up with the pink eye.
from the vaccines. They've either died or had some real major adverse reactions. Ask them, why have you not pulled this vaccine?
Oh no. Is Tara here? Kid and I both got COVID, been sick as hell. Oh, I hope you get to feeling better. Honestly, I do. Hope you get to feeling better.
Why have you not done something? You pulled Tylenol off the shelf when one person had a bad reaction.
Mind your own fucking business, man. I'm at 50 minutes. You know what an hour is? 60 minutes. Fuck off. Mind your own business. That's why I got a show and you don't. The viewers aren't dropping yet.
And yet people, hundreds of thousands of people are dying, and you're still pushing
Yeah.
this
Keep
shot.
your smelly pussy off the screen.
You got to stop this genocide. I've already called them. I heard a guy on Facebook. He called, and there was a recording there, and he was talking to some guy that was at FDA, and he was asking him, do you know how many people have died? And he said, well, I haven't checked. I think it's like 6,000. He said, no, it's 12,000. It's double that. Why have y'all not pulled this? Why are you still mandating people to take this shot? He couldn't answer the questions. He couldn't answer the questions. We need to call the FDA. Every one of us needs to call the FDA.
Ask them.
They've got
Just stick your ass right to them. Ask them.
these people. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. They're going to start trying to push this on us big time. How many of you have heard the term devolution? If you want to learn about this devolution, I can tell you where to go. Very, very interesting. There's a series of it, and it's under Patel Patriot on Rumble. And look it up under devolution. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. He goes into depth. He's done research on this, and his name is Patel. He goes under Patel Patriot, Patel Patriot. And he talks about devolution, and it's amazing the stuff that he goes into detail about. I looked it up to see what devolution was, and devolution is this is what devolution's kind of definition was. Devolution is the U.S. military running the country under 7 separate plans that are put into action when the civilian federal government ceases to exist. Is that not where we are?
I'm glad, Tara. Take care of yourself. Get any help you need. Don't let it take you over. I'm glad you're finally making a step back. It's rough, for sure.
That is exactly where we are. Our government does no longer exist. What government is there is under the portrayal of a defunct.
Under the portrayal? What is a portrayal?
Government does no longer exist. What government is there is under the portrayal of.
The portrayal. That starts with a P. Patrial? Is that what she's trying to say? Portrayal.
A defunct, a bankrupt corporation. The government as we know it.
Portrayal. Okay.
It's non-existent. So devolution, I'm going to read that again.
I already don't like it because it's got the word evolution in it, and we don't want them teaching that in our schools.
Is when the U.S. military is running the country under 7 separate plans, which are put into action when the civilian federal government ceases to exist.
So that's not what devolution is. Devolution is statutory delegation of powers from a central government to a state or lower level government. It devolves. It goes from a central hierarchy to a lower level, and that's how the government is used from that point forward until it re-evolves back into where it come from.
You can also go to Rumble under Special Operations Election Sting under Christian Patriot.
You could say, I believe that the U.S. is going to take steps towards devolution and put the military in charge. But devolution is not 7 plans that the military has to run our country and give us all the jabs.
Patriot News, amazing information there. Amazing. I think we are in a hybrid state of devolution and a shadow presidency. All 50 states. Let's see. I'll go back and look at some comments here in a moment, but it just seems like there's so much to talk about. And I'm going to give you a rundown here in a moment of how people are summing up what we're about to see happen. It's quite interesting. But go to Christian Patriot News. There are links there that goes into devolution, and there's several different series there, and you can copy those links and go in there and watch those. It's amazing. Now, we know that old Mike Lindell on frankspeech.com, y'all go and sign up for that.
Woo, go sign up. It's only been hacked 19 times since it opened 18 days ago.
He's coming up on August the 10th through the 12th. Now, right in the middle of the 10th through the 12th is the national lockdown by old fake Joe Biden.
Ooh!
That he chose that day to come.
Sooie.
So, don't know, but everything that this person is saying sounds legit to me. Don't know nothing about it. Don't know this person.
You must be talking about me.
I'm going to read to you what this person sent to me. It says, Australia is still locked down and it is pretty bad out here, but there is some good news. I have nothing specific to share, and I don't like predicting, as I have got it wrong before, but from looking at tons of information and how that information has changed, I think we're going to start seeing some big.
Yeah, that's true. Vitamin C and iron, if you can get those boosted up, that'll help you at least feel better.
Things happen this week, especially from the 9th to the 11th. Not to diminish all the big things that have already happened in the last week or so, but I believe bigger things are coming. I can see everything playing out with military precision after they have happened. Nearly all of U.S. Navy is on exercising in the Pacific for 2 weeks. This is at the same time that all eastern side of Australia is in hard lockdown, from Melbourne to Townsville and all major centers in between. Large military presence in Australia, including the United States and other countries.
Right.
Also, the announcement of 17 time zones Navy exercises, and I reported that earlier. It says, all politicians, is he still alive? I believe so. What about Britney Spears? There's more information coming how bad the jab is. All the legal things, he's always been in charge. Going mad in what they are saying as well. It's too late for that. It's too late for that. Everybody has played their cards, how that is going to play out. When it will play out of what is happening now. Round 1 of the information release starts on August the 11th. Slash and burn is in place with all the fires around. Says one of Trump's booby traps actually went off. The Democrats did a tax audit again involving Chicago. Try and convince me that Trump and the best accountants in the world did not know that they owed Trump $1.3 million US from 1999. 20 years of audits, and Trump's accountants, the best in the world, never picked it up. Don't believe that's just a faux pas. Boom.
Boom.
Boom should not have.
Boom.
Wow. Did you hear that?
Boom.
It says the Democrats did it again. It says the Democrats. What a time to be.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Be alive and be aware of everything going on. Be prepared. Be safe. God is in control.
Woo.
And I couldn't agree more.
Boom. It's like a goat bleat.
We're going to see some dark days. We're going to see the deep state in total panic mode.
You're good, Terry. Get some rest.
Stop at nothing because they have, at this point, absolutely nothing to lose. They've losing.
Boom.
People know exactly who they are. Their corruption's been exposed. They're losing their money supply. They're not getting the people that's backing them. Most of them have already been dealt with. They're losing all power and all control. America is waking up, the world is waking up, and they know they're losing. So they're going to come out and they're going to put out all stops, and they're not going to go down without a fight. It's going to get bad before it gets better.
I'm already thinking about
I
fighting.
believe this week, none of this to me is coincidence that Lindell's coming out and Julian Assange's court case and Britney Spears and all this stuff is coming out, and then Joe Biden comes in the middle of it and he's going to do a national lockdown when CDC is admitting that the people that's spreading this new virus is the ones who's had the vaccinations.
Boom.
And yet they're still trying to push this on us. They think that if we get the vaccination, it's going to cure the Delta variant, when they're saying that it's from the vaccination that's causing it.
Boom.
Their lies aren't working anymore. Their lies aren't working anymore. They're in total panic mode. If you don't believe that, just watch CNN. Watch Rachel Maddow have a heart attack or a stroke. These people are, I just look at them and have to laugh.
Is that a threat?
Nobody's buying their lies anymore. Nobody's buying it. So it's just a matter of time. We have to be prepared. We can't fall into the trap that the deep state's trying to put out there for all the patriots. They want civil unrest so that they can come out and arrest us and take our guns and try to make us take the jab. It's all part of their plan. We cannot fall for that. If they push another lockdown, let's stay in our homes and let's let the military do their job. The military knows what's coming. Do you think the military don't know what's coming?
Wow.
They're preparing for this. The military absolutely knows the truth. They know the truth about the COVID. They know the truth about the jab. They know the truth about this genocide. They know the truth about it all. So we've got to be prepared. Make sure you have cash on hand. Make sure you have non-essentials. Make sure you have, your essentials. Make sure you have plenty of food. Make sure you have some kind of a backup power source. Make sure you have some way of communicating with your family in case you lose
Boom.
touch. Don't worry about coming on Facebook. Don't worry about finding somebody's video. Worry about staying home and staying safe. I believe we're going to start seeing an emergency broadcast system. They're doing a test emergency alert system on the 11th. That's another little bit of information. Why is all this happening this week? So they're doing an emergency alert system test on August the 11th. Trump's supposed to come back at some point. I think he's going to be back really soon. And Joe Biden's going to do a lockdown right when Mike Lindell's expected.
I'm at an hour and 8 minutes. I don't know. Hopefully it's soon.
Sounds fishy to me. I want to say this before I end today, is that what is going to be revealed when the emergency broadcast system comes out and they start revealing some of the
Boom.
People admitting to their crimes. Everything that we think we know, we don't know. They've lied to us about everything, about space, about 9/11, about, they've cheated us out of money. They've cheated us out of our livelihood. These people are just so corrupt, they're demonic. And so what we're going to be seeing when the reveal comes out is going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be shocking, even for us patriots that are awake. We've done our research. We don't think anything could surprise us. I guarantee you there'll be something that we don't know that will surprise us. When we hear the true facts about John F. Kennedy, when we hear the true facts about the royal family, when we hear the true facts about Mother Teresa and the Vatican and the Pope and the things that they were involved in.
Why are you going after Mother Teresa?
We're going to hear names that are very
Boom.
of people that's involved in this, the 33rd degree
Water.
and the satanic cults and the child sacrificing and the organ harvesting, and how people have made millions and billions of dollars on selling our children. I want us to be grounded in our faith. I want us to be grounded in our relationship with Jesus Christ, because he's the only one that's going to help us to make sense of all this. Because when I sit down and I think about the world and how everything that I believe to be true is not true, it's quite disturbing. It changes the way you look at everything and everybody. And we've got to learn to unite together and pull together. There's going to be a lot of people
Facebook only.
be forced to see the truth that have been denying it this whole time. People in our family, severed relationships, a lot of people that said we were nuts. They're going to be faced with reality, and it's going to be hard for some people. We got to pray for those people. We got to be there to help them through this time. It's going to be difficult. But just like I've said, just like we've all said, and just like we've heard all the time, it had to be this way. There is so many people that are still in total denial.
Nothing's happening.
What's really happening and has happened in our world.
Is there a weird narrative going on? Sure. Is there weird stuff tied to COVID? Sure. Is there? I feel like fucking. This is hard to describe, but I used to feel like literally like upper back pain when I felt like nervous or anxious about going out on a mission, and a lot of stuff happened. Like I feel there's people on the edge, but I know there's not baby farms and deep underground military bases, that all these politicians haven't simultaneously been executed, as well as throw parties to make us look stupid. Y'all are going way too fucking far.
The only thing that's going to wake them up is when they are forced to see the truth. And there'll still be some that just won't buy it. They just won't. And for those people, I don't know they'll ever get it. I really don't.
That's what we're all sitting around saying about you.
So it's going to be eye-opening, even for us that's awake and are patriots. We're going to learn a lot of stuff we probably don't know. I'm sure I don't know it all. I can tell you right now, I don't know it all. I know that there's a lot of devious people out there. There's a lot of demonic people out there. There's a satanic spirit and a cult out there that's trying to take over our world. And everything we have is on the line. And we better pray like we've never prayed before. And we better ask God to heal our land. It's that serious. It's not over yet. Do I think we're going to win it? I do. I really do. I felt this way since day one. I feel like this is an awakening for a lot of people, spiritually and visually and every other way. There's going to be a lot of people waking up to reality. And some people...
Listen here. Spiritually, visually, and every other way.
...are not going to be able to handle it. Especially those people that think we're stupid. Especially those people that have called us conspiracy theorists. They are not going to be able to handle it. There's a video. There's a guy. I've talked about this guy before, and I'm not going to say his name because I don't want him to get any views.
I haven't made a video on you in so fucking long. Please say my name.
There's a guy who has
dumb cunt.
And he does nothing but goes around and shows videos of patriots who do these YouTube channels and Facebook Lives. And he does nothing but try to make them look like they're stupid. He makes fun of the way they look.
Wait. I don't make anybody look stupid. You all handle that within your own channels completely without my help, okay? I don't make anybody look stupid. I just say, wow, this looks stupid.
The way they dress, he makes fun if they're fat. He makes fun of people. He says Scott McKay is all about money. He's riding around in this big bus. And
clearly, what about that's not true?
Just so happened, I saw his video the other night because I always see who he's picking on. He hadn't picked on me lately, I guess because I hadn't been on here. He tried to make it look like there was something going on with me and Brad Barton when we were in Tulsa. Got in my craw.
Tulsa, Texas.
Oh, big time. He's just a devil in disguise. This man is evil. He don't bring anything to the table. He don't try to bring any information. He just
I'm a devil in the bedroom. Darlene.
Shows people's videos and tries to make fun of them. He just tries to make fun of them. And
I don't have to try. I mean, look. I don't even have to be here. If I just took what you said and what actually happens and clipped those together over the last 8 months, I don't even have to fucking be here. Okay? Y'all do it all on your own. I just sit here and say, wow, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Because here is the actual information.
He makes fun of people saying they just all take donations and they're all about money and this and that. Well, he was on his little...
No. Everybody seems to get this twisted lately. I want to do YouTube professionally. Now, when I win my battle with the VA, which I'm going to, it's just a matter of time, I won't need donations nearly as much. But I'll probably either turn them off for a while or keep them on the whole time. I don't know. I'll probably just roll the money back into the channel. So cameras and computers and shit like that. But I don't have a problem at all with people having a Patreon, people having taken donations, people doing super chats, people doing Stream Elements, Streamlabs. I don't have a problem at all. The problem is when it's tied to fake or fraudulent information and also hope. Nobody should be selling you hope that they can't verify. Now, if someone who, if fucking Donald Trump comes out, or Ivanka, or anybody that speaks to him daily and says, hey, you know, I had this meeting with Trump, here's the video of it. And they're like, look, guys, we've got hope. That's different than, I heard a guy that heard another guy that heard a guy in Australia, and he said another guy over here on BitChute sent him a message on Twitter, and on Twitter they had said that through paralysis they was going to send me the information. Bullshit. You're selling lies for donations. And the reason that that's so bad, the reason that selling lies, even if you legitimately started selling these lies and believed them at first, you get locked in. Once that's your income, even if you stop believing, you got to keep selling those lies. Even if you stop believing, you got to keep selling those lies because your income's attached to it.
Video the other night, and he was crying, trying to ask for people to donate money because he was about to lose his house. Now, if that'd been somebody else, he would have gone on there and made fun of us. I even sent him a note and told him that I was praying that he would not lose his home.
Oh, wait. Let's read this message she sent me. Hold on. I do think she said something about not losing my home. But she also went into great detail about how every time I had made her mad and how horrible I was and that I was of Satan and all that bullshit as well. Let me see if I can find that. I know it's in here somewhere. Well, maybe. I don't know if they fucking auto-delete or eventually or whatever. Damn, it was a long time ago. It's not that far back. Maybe it's over here. Give me just a second, guys. Let me see if I can read her message. She did send me a message, and I did talk about it on the show that she had messaged me, but it was half of the message was her fucking calling me out, talking about how shitty a person I was. What kind of message is that, you piece of shit? It's not a message. That's a fucking jab. Sorry, I'm going through my regular, not my, not the show messages. I think she sent it in a regular message and I never responded. I think. Damn. It might be gone. I don't see it there. What about, where are message requests at? Hold on. Message requests. Oh, here it is. This stupid bitch, she unsent all fucking 4 of them. She unsent all fucking Look. You want to talk about you reach out to me? Look at this shit. Basically, what she said was, she's like, I feel really bad that you're losing your house, and I didn't know that you was a veteran. I pray, me and my husband pray that you don't lose your house. But, I want to let you know that what you said was horrible and evil, and mean, and I cried, and my husband thought about calling you, and we was going to sue you, and we had already talked to a lawyer, and I called Brad up because Brad's the one who told me about you, and he talked about how evil you were and how mean you were and how you had mistreated everybody around him. Seems like you don't stand by that anymore. Why'd you unsend the message? That's a very specific action to click 4 fucking times in a row. Weird. Huh? Very weird. Sure, it was an accident. I'm sure it was an accident 4 times.
That no matter whether I liked him or whether I didn't or whether I agreed with what he did, that I didn't like to see anybody in that situation. And I said, you better be careful who you make fun of because you could be walking in their shoes the next day. Hello. So, you know, you got people out
So her major point was, I deserve it.
think that we who do this, that talk about Trump and the military in charge and all that, they think we have absolutely lost our ever-loving mind. But yet they can't explain the other stuff that's happening. They can't explain
Here you go, boys.
of what's really happening. They can't explain it. They just don't believe. They still
Have fun.
wear tinfoil hats. So, let's see. Does anybody have any questions or anything? Yes, he has a filthy mouth. He sure does.
He sure does have a filthy mouth. I told him about it.
I know. Somebody said it's. Cindy says all this has changed me. It has changed.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys go back to old videos and ever read comments. I know some people do because some people go and defend me in the comments, and I appreciate that. But like some of my older videos literally say, this is because you don't believe in Trump and Trump's anointed by God. Or I hope you end up homeless because that just shows the type of person you really are. I can't believe that you're the father to 2 kids and you're going to make them homeless because you can't accept God. Like, there's some fucked up people in there. Like, you just go through some of my older videos. Check them out, the ones around, especially when I'm losing my house.
I don't look at the world the same. The other day I was outside with my little dog and she's running around in the grass and I was looking at the trees and the pretty grass and I thought, you know, God created something so beautiful for us to enjoy. And, you know, the beaches, we get to go to the beaches and we get to go to these exotic places and we get to just enjoy the
I read the messages at the time to Mariah.
Like the cabal, the deep state, who want to destroy everything beautiful God created. And, you know, that kind of stuff makes me angry. I don't know about you, but I'm just going to...
It's I think the biggest issue is the fact that I'm insignificant. I'm such a small channel. I don't make a difference in their life. They don't even slow down to think about me. They don't care about me. They don't care what I got to say. I'm not interesting. But literally, they've got to sue me. They've got to mention me. They've got to bring me up. They've got to put their fucking devil magic on me. They've got to call me out. Hell, I never left my goddamn house and went on a 4-state tour with Scott. Mentioned in 4 different fucking states, he mentioned my name. And I never left the fucking house. How insignificant can I be that you've got to bring me up every time you speak?
It makes me angry to know there's people out there who want to destroy everything good. The family, they want to close down our churches. They want to attack everything good. They want to attack our mind. They want to brainwash us into believing the racial theory and you know, everything is bad. They want to keep us divided. They want to create this terrible world when it's really a beautiful place. We just got some evil in it. And that's why I'm rooting for this to happen, because these evil people need to be brought down. They need to be destroyed. And let's get back to living in this beautiful world that God created for us. There's so many things that don't cost us a dime to enjoy.
To be fair, she may have unsent her message because she did say at the very end that she was going to send me a big thumbs up. And then the next message said, oh, I'm sorry, I got to take that thumbs up back. I knocked my neighbor out cold from across the street. So I understand why she had to pull those last 2 messages, but damn.
One, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a thumb war.
A thumb war. I'm not in this. I'm not going for a suicide mission, okay? I like to stay alive. I didn't come back from all those Hajis taking shots at me to come here and die in a thumb war with Rita Big Thumbs.
They're under a tree and having a picnic. I mean, it doesn't cost you a dime. And I want to get back to looking at those beautiful things and seeing the beauty. And these evil people have tainted that for me. And I hate that.
I hate that. I do. Like, I hate it. It's the worst. I hate it. Nick told me to go back to the video before this. She blows up when he calls her a homewrecker, but I don't think Nick understands. She deletes every time she posts. She deletes her videos, Nick. If you're still watching, every time she posts, she deletes her most recent video.
And it makes me so angry. And I guess that's why I'm on this journey, is I'm so passionate to help fight this battle. I'm so passionate, even though I just do a little Facebook Live, I'm so passionate about getting this evil brought to light and for people to wake up and get it.
I think if she wanted to put her money where her mouth was and she wanted to help fucking veterans, don't donate to me and my house and my kids and they're going to be fucking homeless. Don't do that. I want you to donate one thumb to each veteran who's lost a leg and get them back mobile again. If they can walk around, I appreciate that. I think that'll be even.
In this fight with us, we should all be fighting in this if we love our country. And we want to continue enjoying the beauty
She's a Dolly Parton impersonator.
that God's created for us. I think so too. I think they're going to call for a lockdown, and then that's when the emergency broadcast system. That's just kind of how I feel about it.
Thank you for sending that to me. That's the second time she's talked about me.
Anything they want to say or any questions? Hey, Miss Elaine.
She deleted the other one before I could grab it, but thank you.
Miss Pam, well, I'm glad to be back too. If a person's mortgage is
I've got friends that lost their fucking leg from the hip down, from the waist down. You could donate a thumb and they could be walking today. Let's get it.
to refinance, I wouldn't refinance right now. They're saying that they're not really loaning anything. They're cutting lines of credit and everything. Banks really don't have no money to loan.
No, it's a really good time to refinance. Interest rates are like 2.2, 2.5.
You know, I can't give any financial advice. At this point, I wouldn't do anything financial. I really wouldn't. I would just hold out until this all stuff.
No, she doesn't hitchhike. Sorry, guys. Last time she hitchhiked, they thought it was a DUI checkpoint. Had the gate down.
Goes away and then sorrow kicks in. Let's see. My pastor said, Sunday, we're not going to shut down again. Good, good, good. No pastor should shut the doors of their church. I don't care if Biden or whoever comes out
I don't care neither.
and says, we're going to lock down. Keep the doors of your church open until the pastors get some spine and start standing up against this demonic.
Jesus Christ. Goddamn. Laugh lines and crow's feet look like a road map to New Jersey. Let's get back over to YouTube. This is Facebook is a place where these people go to fucking die a slow and painful death. I think Frog News went live at when did they go? At 10? They might be Rumble only. Rumble exclusive. It's a video placeholder.
All right, guys, I was on the wrong one. I was on the one for.
Why would you not put your Rumble
this has
link?
a YouTube channel on it finally. Gosh, I goofed up big time. I started the show for the 8 o'clock show. This is the one to promote the Bumble channel, okay? And here's the link. I feel like a dummy, but things happen. It happens, it happens, it happens. That is, hello. I can't believe I did that, but stranger things have happened with Doug, okay? But anyways, let me come back over if I didn't screw this.
Live from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Here we go, boys.
Hello.
Let's get her. I gotta piss. I'll be right back.
Is there anybody in there? We'll comment. Yeah. It's going to take a minute. All right, guys, we're live from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We need to tilt it back some, kid. You know what I mean? Say what now? Who is that group?
we're trying to see if we got any comments, but I don't see none as of yet. We live. This is a test. Come in, Mike Landale. Come in. I don't see nobody. Do you see if we're live on your phone?
We only on
Dave
Rumble,
Johnson. We should be on Rumble and Facebook, but I can't check Rumble. Takes at least 20 seconds. Hey, can you guys hear us? We're just using this handheld mic. If you can hear us, put a 1 in the chat, would you? Has the sound. Come in.
Sounding good, bros.
We'll have a better setup tomorrow when we're at the event.
Oh, Dr. Pepper. I'm pretty sure that's a copywritten emblem by a guy named Matt. Matt, there, Dr. Pepe.
Just want to get something on here. We're in the lobby at the hotel. Can you hear us? If you can, put a 1 in. Can you see us?
By the way, I got a Rumble channel. Hold on. If you guys want to subscribe to my Rumble channel, I don't know how to send you to my channel, but I can damn sure send you to... Oh, here. Here's my Rumble channel. If I start live streaming there, I got to pay money to live stream there. So I haven't signed up for it yet, but there's the channel. I'm going to start uploading videos there to save them if you want to subscribe there.
Working, boy. The microphone working.
Breaker 19. Breaker 19.
I thought that line would be a little light. We ain't got enough light. Anyway.
You can hear us. Cool. Thanks for, because I'm just looking at Facebook right now, and we're live from South Dakota. It's the Broad News Network show. We're live on the air with you guys. Got a big 11 people on here, but I know
we got a bunch more here.
On Rumble, we keep cranking it out about 40 seconds behind. But what we got here, I want to say about 3 o'clock today. I know we're running a little late coming on because we on Mountain Time, I reckon, out here. It's just 9 o'clock. Central Time, whatever. It's the same time as it was when I left my house and the earth is flat. Y'all understand that?
Did you see any rounders when you were on the airplane? Can y'all hear me? I had done see any kind of rounders. I'm telling you, man, they was playing at the flitter. You ever been there? Hey, we're gonna put up another microphone and see if it does any better. So we testing things. We're gonna test it. I guess we'll see if we hear both of them at the same time.
All right, we're gonna try another mic. That way you can hear both of us at the same time right there.
That's our interview microphone for tomorrow. All right, can y'all hear us now?
Uh-oh, they can't see us though.
Can you hear us now?
Why are we so? Do you hear? Can y'all hear us with this microphone, both of us at one time? Hey, listen. Can you hear the both of us talk, Tim? We know.
So, I guess we're on the backup channel. I can reveal this. If I can get my house situation finalized and done, and I'm not worried and stressed out about it, I'm going to try to dress up in a series of several disguises and go to all of the Grifter Fests that I can afford to get to or show up at, and try to play along as a super fan of a lot of these people. That's all contingent on my house situation. We still haven't finalized anything. We still don't know where we're going to be going. I'm still fucking, stressing out, and I can't go anywhere right now. Like, I would just freak out and get the cops called. But if I can get that set up, I'm going to buy a series of different disguises and wigs. I'm already shaved head. Has different disguises and wigs, different outfits, change my voice a little bit. And I've got a wireless microphone and a camera that plugs into it that I can go live from for just a cell phone. And I'm going to take a cameraman with me. And I'm going to go to every Grifter event I possibly can and try to blend in as a super fan. But I'm going to be the over-the-top super fan that believes everything is literal, that believes everything is going on, that wants to ask about the craziest stuff you've ever said. So get ready for that. We'll see what happens.
There's a waterfall behind us. We know that. Okay. So can y'all hear the both of us with this microphone? Yes. All right, guys. Chris said you said
I can do decent if I know exactly what I'm doing and I plan it out and I've got a plan in my head and nothing from the plan changes. The problem is, like, when I'm freaking out about something, like shit going on with my house, my family and shit, like, I can't plan, I can't do that. I would just freak out, flip a fucking table, and go to jail right now. But when that gets settled, we'll be there.
Sound good, but you can't hear me. It's probably just my wife, because she don't ever listen when I say anything. Come in, come in. It looked like Simon's cat's tail. Y'all see it right there? That's Simon's cat's tail. Anyways, we're live from the hotel at the Sheridan, right across the street from the conference center. I don't even want to tell y'all what we heard rumors of Wednesday. I'm not. The garbage man's coming to pick the trash up. Hello, come in. I'm gonna teach you a little game. You gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold. But look at here. My back was hurting bad. I had to go to the chiropractor. He tightened me up though. He did a good job. Them regional jets ain't too comfortable to ride in. 2 hours and 20 minutes in a regional jet. They got you jacked up in the seat that's got this much cushion. It might be a flotation device, but it ain't worth the 2 seats. You gotta scoot closer to see it. All right, hold on. Hand. Oh yeah, adjust. Oh, there ain't no adjustment on there. Can y'all hear us? Why is our heads chopped off? You need to raise this joint up. I'm gonna kill it. No, whatever you got to do, you got to do. I don't know why you can't put some air under it and lift it up a little. Watch this. There you go. Now he's thinking like you got half a brain. Put a little height on it. You can tell we country as hell, English. You can dress us up, but it don't mean that. Now you got to what? The other side, man. What's wrong with you? You can't go all. Yeah, you can't be all jacked up again. All right, hold on a minute. Let's go right here. Let's go right here, Doug. Just know it all. Who is that in there talking? We still getting things adjusted. I don't know why there's not enough light. That is bad, ain't it? Can y'all hear us now? We got to hold this microphone up. I'm so proud of Doug. Oh, watch it, Doug. I'm going to wrap this around here. Tie a knot in it where it sits right here. Damn. How you like that? That's pretty good right there. Can y'all hear us at all?
God damn, you haven't figured out if your audio's working yet?
2x4. What is it? How come I got to keep turning the camera? I'm way over here and I'm barely getting in the shot. It's in backwards. We haven't, Brad, if you're watching, we having technical difficulties. I can hear both of you, see both of you. All right, then. Is anybody on Rumble? If we scoot any closer, I'm going to sit in his lap. He's already rubbing knees with me. I'm trying to get my new girl in the picture. Oh, yeah. There she is over yonder. I don't know what it is. I get Tim in trouble now. He ain't going to get me in no trouble. But look here. Anyways, the big things are getting ready to roll tomorrow. I don't even know her name. Marla. When I'm in love, I remember somebody's name. You've been in love every day this week. Hey, look, so tomorrow starts the kickoff of this. And we know what it's all about. They're going to prove beyond a doubt, which he's already done previously. But I believe tomorrow and the days coming up, you're going to see stuff that's never been revealed before. And it's going to be.
I'm glad someone said that. I'm getting ready to make some knockoff, very discreet in the wording and the text, some knockoff Patriot Street Grifter merch. That's going to look legit, but it'll have all the right things in all the right places.
Even where an idiot can understand that the election was stolen. And yes, we're not on YouTube right now. We're just on Rumble and Facebook. And we just.
Let me be among the first to buy the super fan of beer. Thank you, Book Gruss. 10 6-packs. That's a lot of money. It's like $50, $60, something like that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Just trying to get a little action out to you this evening. And we'll probably be broadcasting live at different points tomorrow from the event. If you walk out the door of the hotel, it's right across the street. Yep. You only going to believe who just walked through this lobby right before we went live. He's probably still in here. Who? Billy Gibbons. ZZ Top is here. Was that really him? That was real. You think like well, it could have been another guy. He passed away. That's right. Just other day. Can you believe that? Maybe we get Billy Gibbons on here. Do y'all know him? Let me go see. Come in. If he's still in the lobby, I'm going to go say, hey. Go get him. Sit down right here. Can you imagine if we get Billy Girl from him? Yeah, tell her to come on over. And we're going to put Marla on. She's got a little group she's trying to build. She drove all the way out here. She ain't even got a way to come on. Come on. We'll bring her on live with you. Sit here, baby.
Sit here, baby girl. Sit here, baby girl. Slip into something more comfortable like my face.
Did you see ZZ Top walk in? No, Billy Gibbons walked in here. I'm not even kidding. So cool. I'm not even kidding. We're going to try to interview him. Like, hey, I'll sit over here and watch y'all. You got to talk loud because that microphone's talk loud because microphone's off. This is Marla.
Hi,
she's a Patriot. She drove all the way up here from Minnesota so she could just try to get into this uninvited event, or this closed event. But she was nice enough to give me a ride to dinner because Bonavide left me stranded at the hotel. He don't care. He was eating oat, but I ended up getting there anyway. Excellent food. She was nice enough. Tell us what's got you interested in becoming a Patriot and seeing what you could do to help save our country and why you're doing it.
There's a lot of reasons. I have this magnetic draw to save America. When I woke up 16 months ago, everything I had learned was a lie. Every day I wake up, I can't.
Well, no, in a minute when he says, "Guys, I'm fixing to go for a job," then we hear he's velcroing his shoes a little bit tighter.
Still happening. We were also warned about election fraud that this would happen, but we know the truth. We know what really is going on.
Oh no. The Sheraton in Sioux Falls, 605-331-0100. Ask for the room with Doug Kuzma and Steve. What's his name? Steve Greer. What's Bologna Fried's real name?
So you have to keep that in your mind to remind yourself so that negativity doesn't stick to you.
That's it, because all we're getting from the TV 24/7 is a negative.
I can't remember his real name. I might have made that name up.
You're going to find out the truth about what happened with the election. And we'll be interviewing some of the cyber specialists. If there's governors and senators, they won't get softball questions. We'll give them the hardball questions and ask them what's going on. We'll be live on Facebook, on Rumble, and on the radio station as well, and on the website. So we'll be set up inside, basically, as a radio station tomorrow. We got to get over there at 7 in the morning.
Tim Greer. Okay. Tim Greer.
Starts at 8 o'clock. So big things like that wind just coming through the door. But yeah, I'm really excited for you. And she likes Patrick, right? No, that she's embarrassed. She does. Well, there's nothing wrong. He put the movie out, remember? Big Rig, is that the name of it?
Big Rig, yeah. I highly recommend. The movie is now free. And if you prefer to listen to it, it's on Audible. And if you prefer to read it, you can purchase the book. You guys, purchase the book. Make this go.
This is how this works, okay? You can't act like an idiot. They won't put you through. Say, look, hey, I'm up here at this Patriot event, or I'm headed up to this Patriot event, and my buddy's already there, but I can't remember what room number he told me. His name is Douglas Kuzma, Kuzma. I can't remember what his room number is, but I'm almost there, and I don't know where to go.
Number one. Make it the best
Absolutely.
seller.
We watched it in South Carolina, and there was about, 150 people there, and they were speechless after the movie. They were charging for it, showing big groups now starting August 1st. The movie's free to watch. It's free to listen to. They want all patriots to listen to this movie. People that are not awake, they need to watch this movie and find out how our election was completely stolen from us. And as we know, the EBS is on the 11th at 2.
If you sound like you deserve access, you'll get access. If you sound like you're trying to do this for bullshit reasons, you won't. It's bullshit reasons, right? You won't get access. I'm telling you, I've lived most of my life being the guy who sounds like he deserves more or deserves better or deserves to have this position, even when I didn't.
27, I believe. Maybe there'll be something interesting happen there, or maybe it's just a test.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll connect you and not give you the number. Oh, we can connect you, sir, and you can speak with him.
When I get out of the airport today, troops coming out of the airport, and they got big cases with locks all on them. I can't imagine nothing but sniper stuff in that stuff. Pretty scary looking at the airport.
Big old cases with locks on them. I can't imagine anything but sniper rifles in them. We locked the steering wheels on Humvees. Nobody wants a fucking Humvee.
There's a lot of troops deployed around our country right now, and maybe there'll be some big announcements where we might see some new things roll out. Maybe somebody won't be sitting in that.
Went out there to piss. Maybe it's a motion sensor line.
That big white colored house anymore, pretending to be the president, because we know he's a fake. We need the real man back in the helm.
It's dead in DC. There's nobody
Your
there.
wife wants to know where you are. Your
My
pastor.
friend was just in DC and there's no one there.
That's Jeremy's wife. We don't know where to.
You could for sure do that. Say, I'm trying to get a hold of Mr. Kuzma. He's not answering his cell phone, and I'm his Uber driver, Uber Eats or Uber driver, and he won't answer his cell phone. I've got to pick him up. Is there a way I can contact him?
Oh, they ate so much they went to bed. We had a big dinner, and
That'll be up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's 7 o'clock their time. There's dogs in here. Y'all hear the dogs? Anyways, guys.
She drove 14 hours to be here, this lady.
So
Sandy,
14 hours. We were going to drive too until we decided to fly.
She might be a good one.
But anyways, we just want to get on for a short period of time tonight. Tell y'all that we made it here. It's awful crazy that Bonafide left from South Carolina in a little plane, and I took a jet and left at 7 o'clock this morning. He left at 7. And when I landed, he was calling me, "Where are you at?" I said, "I'm at the airport. I just landed." He said, "So did we." But that was pretty cool that everything went well, and they made it in that puddle jumper up here. And I was in the most uncomfortable regional jet. 2 hours and 20 minutes of regional jet is not comfortable. Them seats are very thin on my tushy. So it's like,
Because they're made for humans, Doug, of a human size. Look, I'm a big dude. I'm tight in the seat. I'm not saying, maybe you look extremely short. Maybe I've even got you on weight. But you've got me by 3 times the circumference, which is what fits on a seat.
so what are your plans while you're here? If you can't get in the event.
Well, I just met this nice woman, Sandy, and she has an organization where she houses veterans.
That's
and there's a
great.
group of women at a different hotel that are connecting and collaborating. So I was invited to hang out with them.
Cool.
And my friend.
This is a woman that gave him a ride because Bonafide left him and he was starving to death.
We'll be at the symposium, and she is bringing her healing mat. It's a pulse electromagnetic field mat for healing. So I'm hoping to get some training in.
Wow, sounds like something from Star Trek.
Oh, it's amazing. I played on it before, and it's an experience.
What happened, Stephanie?
Big Rigs on BitChute. You can watch it now.
Yes.
Just look it up. That's
And
it.
he did not vote for Trump.
When I couldn't, he said he couldn't verify that he was there. Damn it.
Believes in fair elections.
Somebody try the Uber.
By the Chinese.
I'm an Uber driver. I need to.
Spies in our country that are within our government, within the pharmaceutical industry. They're everywhere. Look at all the people that are letting through the border. This has got to stop. It's coming to a head. Y'all understand? But I can't wait till tomorrow. We be wore out after these 12-hour days or 3 days. I'm going to be here 2.5 days because my flight leaves at 3 o'clock on Thursday, I reckon. And I'll be headed back. But hopefully the airports will still be open by then and the world don't end. Because it'll be a long walk home from here.
There's a lot of flights delayed because of the fires right now.
Where are the fires at?
Oh, they're everywhere. Everywhere.
So if it ain't flooding, it's firing. That's amazing. There's a lot of fires in this area too?
Well, right here.
It was a haze the whole way here.
Right.
Wow.
It really feels like the world's coming to an end.
Well, that's what we always said. What we were saying in the last few shows that you need to get on the ark because uncertain times are coming. It's flooding everywhere. Everything's on fire. God's saying, get on the ark. Don't take the jab. Get on the ark. And that's why we're here. We want to find out how we can overturn this election. And maybe it doesn't need to be overturned at all. But some of the stuff I read and that Brad talked about as well when he came on the show, as you guys know, I've seen documentation to the fact that that Trump never left office. It's called the continuation of government. And it was written in the law. And he put Christopher Miller into our Department of Defense. Go look up
Shut the fuck up.
He was the Department of Defense. He ran the whole thing to keep the government running, appointing people. So it really wasn't Obama behind the scenes with a shadow government. It was Trump. You've been tricked, but in a good way. So he's never quit being the president.
Network, have to talk real loud because
Your purse.
Hey guys, Doug here live from the Frog News Network. Have to talk real loud because I'm a long way away up here at Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm with Marla, my new friend, the Patriot, and we're just hanging out. She is giving me a ride around. We're going to try to go to Mike Lindell's event.
Doug's got a kid. So the problem is Doug acts like he's never been alone with a female. I agree. He's got a fucking child.
Hello.
I don't know what happened. He must have fucking tripped and fell in some pussy. I have no idea what happened.
He's coming on his channel, and he's got a couple people coming on at the event center. So we're trying to sneak our way and talk our way into that because we're already okayed for going to that anyway tomorrow because we're setting up the equipment. But we're trying to sneak in tonight. We just came back from dinner. So I'm going to go change, put the frog gear on. Tim had a Frog News shirt on, and they said, we know who you are. Let him in. That's pretty good, ain't it? So well, we're about to head over there. Maybe we'll even interview Marla later on tonight on the show. But I just wanted to come on and let you know we all made it here safe. Tim made it in the Cessna here. I can't believe it.
I don't. What bothers me most is that one fucking tooth hanging out over here.
But we fixing to go up here and get cleaned up and see if we can
look at that little chicklet in there.
get on Mike's show on Frank's speech, whatever it is.
Hold on, let's do this. Bow, ba-dow, bow, ba-dow, bow, bow, ba-dow, bow, 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 ba-dow, bow, bow, bow. Copy to clipboard, paint.net. Let's open that up. Let's do this. Shift insert. Expand the canvas for sure. That's a big fucking canvas. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. Let's do this. Let's grab an eraser tool. Let's go. Let's look at Sexy Doug. You want to? Let's look at Healthy Doug. Maybe not Sexy Doug. Let's look at Healthy Doug. Ba ba da ba bow bow. Get it a little bit wider, and then we'll go with a big brush. Sorry, it takes a little bit to get the size going up here. Uh-oh. Little misstroke there. We'll be alright. It's just his hat. Even if I fuck up the hat all the way, you guys can imagine what a hat looks like, huh? Let's look at Doug if those patches worked. Oh no. Human Doug, is that what we're calling him? Let me turn off spoilers. Hold on just a second. We're gonna clean it the rest of the way up. Let me turn off spoilers. Give me just a second, and I'm gonna put them back up here. Give me a minute. Now, it's going to feel strange. It's going to feel foreign. It's going to feel like you're violated. That's all natural. Trust me, I've violated many a person. That's all going to happen. I just want you to see the actual size of his face versus the size of his head, okay? That's all I want you to notice. The size of his face versus the size of his head. Those are two very different things. All right, here we go. You ready? Is everybody ready? Are we ready? Here we go. This is Doug's face. That's the size of his face, okay? That is the size of his face. Head, face. Head, face.
and he's getting ready to go do that in a few minutes. So we'll be live later. Later, Gator. Bye.
Later, Gator. I ate a bushel of baked potatoes. What?
We just got somebody that's pretending to be one. There's 3 different guys that play Biden. We know that. He doesn't have control of anything. This had to happen to expose all of the cheating that's going on, all of the child stuff that's going on, all of the adrenochrome, everything had to be done this way so that we could expose it all. Anyway, all right, we'll get on here a minute. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, everyone.
She's doing a good job.
I'm trying.
Bonafide said, when you get done talking, I want to come on. And he said, well, come on. And he said, there ain't room for all of us. He wanted Doug to step out. And Doug said, thanks for coming, bitch.
All right, Bonafide, get back on here. I know this ain't how we normally do the show, but we make it mean for what we got. That waterfall is loud. Can you hear it in there?
You can't hear it.
I can hear it in the room. Thank Marla for coming on.
One thing that I want to tell you about.
Patriot, you go.
I'm gonna talk.
Oh.
One thing I want to tell you about is there ain't nobody up here wearing no mask. Nobody. We might have seen a couple. If you wear a mask up here, you're definitely a Democrat. Ain't no question about it. If ands or buts. And that's the whole state. It was never shut down. That is the reason. That is the reason this event is taking place here, because you don't have to worry about no government interference. Another thing I want to bring up too. This ain't a very big event. It's a private event. That is, I'm going to say at the most. I posted some pictures a while ago. There may be enough room for 200 people, maybe. And the security is huge. I got to go in there early just to set up.
Huge security. Huge.
Mike Lindell was already over there. They're over there filming now. But I walked over there this morning when I got here and talked to them, and they said for me to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning to set up. But you got to go through a metal detector. You had to be vetted. But we got to be vetted, what, 2 weeks beforehand?
Yes, yeah, they do. Ain't nobody going to get in there that ain't supposed to be in there.
No, I promise you.
That's the same shit at all the events. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've signed up twice for Clay Clark events. Called the number, requested tickets. They disqualified me and permanently banned me because I don't follow enough of their patriots on Telegram.
Security's tight. I mean, they got people watching the building 24/7. There ain't gonna be no funny business over there.
Yep. I'll tell you something else too. The very first guy I run into here was a security for CNN. Now listen, what's so funny about that is, oh, there goes the Democrat. What's funny about that is,
he had a mask on.
Is they here to protect CNN, thinking that we're gonna attack them. And he said, let me tell you something. I don't agree with nothing they do, but I get paid to protect them. I believe I can pay him off a whoop dust. What do you think? I don't believe.
He's going to pay off CNN security to whoop the shit out of CNN. That's weird.
They may or may not be. I don't know.
Well, you know,
Here's the thing about it is, Mike Lindell has put up all this money and spent all this time doing these events. Now, if it was false or if it wasn't.
Here's what, I don't give medical advice on my show. I think there are people in the United States that need to weigh what's the worst that could happen with long-term side effects versus what's the worst that can happen if I caught it tomorrow. And my parents took it, and people are like, you let your parents took fuck off. If my dad gets COVID, he will die. He's in the final stages of congestive heart failure. He's a diabetic. He's overweight. He can't breathe without 3 pillows underneath his head at night. He basically sleeps sitting up. If he gets COVID, he will die. I'm not going to prance him around like Scott McKay's dad, like some kind of fucking trophy, and have my dad die because I convinced him not to take the fucking vaccine. In 10 years, if side effects affect my dad, that's part of it. In 5 years, that's part of it. But if he caught it today, he will die. Within a week, it'll be the stroke. It'll be the same thing that happened to Scott.
Real. Why would this man waste all this money? Millions and millions.
Or Scott's dad.
$1 million reward to prove him wrong. So that's why it's going to take 3 days to pull this off.
So if you need to weigh those odds and you make your decision. If you're young and healthy and a child, I don't even think they should be offering it to you. But that's your all's decision. That's why I don't give medical advice. I didn't go to fucking medical school. I'm not a doctor.
Because he's going to let everybody come in and try to prove him wrong. And I honestly don't. I've already heard from a few witnesses, and they said they're putting their stamp of approval on it. It is not going to be proven wrong. So what happens after this is the question.
I started telling people that I have full blown AIDS from years of sexual encounters within gay bathhouses when I used to live in San Francisco, and because my immune system is so depleted, I cannot take the vaccine. It might kill me. I have basically no immune system, but man, did I have a lot of butt sex.
Who's going to hit the fan? Is it time for, the reset or the whatever we want to call it? Yep. We don't know. We've heard rumors that all of it could take place this week, but you know me, I'm not going to put no date on anything. The only thing I can tell you is that I got to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we're going to set up. If you're in the
That's why I don't like. So the last time Prepping 101 and Jeff Riddle were on Liberty Warrior, I sent him a message and I was like, hey man, I think that was kind of fucked up because they've got older people in their chat, sick people in their chat, sick people that if they caught it, they would die within a week like Scott's dad. And not Liberty. Liberty didn't say this. Jeff Riddle and Prepping 101 said, oh, it'll be funny when they find out in 3 weeks and they get a common cold that they're going to fucking die. Everybody, that's what I heard. It might not even take 3 weeks. As soon as you catch a cold, you're going to die. Well, my dad's been sick twice. And yeah, it affected him because he's got COPD and, congestive heart failure and everything else. But he didn't die.
lower part of the state of South Carolina, we'll be on 99.9 radio live. And in the Liberty Towers right now. You know that man. You know that man could have carried your towers. What's you there right there? You talking about lazy? What the hell? That looks like something they do in Carolina. All that noise. What are y'all hearing? Is there anything y'all are hearing on in the telegram today? Because we've been traveling. Is there anything happening?
Hey, somebody suggested an idea for my to get off that topic because I don't like talking about death or medical information or none of that. It's not my job. Somebody suggested something, and let me ask you guys. So, in my background, when I turn this off, my background or my opening screen background, this one here, that is 1920 by 1080. All right, so that's a 1080 signal. So within that, there's a shit ton of pixels. Someone told me that what I should do for a last-ditch fundraiser for the house is sell my background screen or my opening screen by the pixels. So I could sell it for like, there's been other companies that did this before, but like sell it for a certain dollar amount, like, I don't know, 50 cents or something. I don't know, a pixel. And you get to put whatever you want, as long as it won't get me kicked off YouTube. Like, you can't just put a big-ass dick. But you get to put whatever you want in the background of the show as a pixel or as a bar to that. And I'll run it as the background here and as the opening screen. And that it'll all be set out to whatever you guys want for a year or 5 years or whatever. And then I could sell the pixels on my background as the show grows. So, like, if you wanted to buy a small ad and place on there, it wouldn't be too expensive. Maybe I won't sell it by the pixel. Maybe I'll sell it 10 by 10 pixels because there's a lot of pixel in 1920 by 1080. Maybe I'll sell it 10 by 10 squares for like $1 or something, and have people buy them. And if you want to put an ad back there, if you want to put a big ass fucking penis, blurred out, if you wanted to put your name back there, whatever, somebody told me I should do that. The same as like when they sell like wall space for the graffiti and shit. But I don't know. I was thinking about it.
So look, they said that Rand Paul came out and said something. Somebody tell me, what did he do? Finally speak up against all this craziness that's going on? Or I know he had made a statement yesterday.
There's over, I wouldn't sell it by the pixels. I think there's, in a 1920 by 1080, there's like over 2 million pixels. I'm not trying to make $2 million. But if I did 10 by 10, that would be, what would that be? 200,000 pixels, and we won't sell them all, of course. But whatever we sell, I could just size up. So if you bought 10 by 10 and we only sold half of them, you would actually get a 20 by 20 square or whatever.
Hello, come in. Can you not read it? Y'all got to understand, we are working off a phone tonight, not a computer.
It's very hard for us to read the comments.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you go to My Pillow, use the code word Bonafide.
Yeah, they told me today we selling some stuff.
We're selling some stuff. We sold a lot of, we gave away a lot of t-shirts last night. We'd like to thank everybody that donated to help us get here on this mission. Yep. To get
Can I see me getting piggybacked by Doug?
very kind of really was. And it's going to pay for the fuel. It's going to pay for our hotels and my flight up here as well. Thank you, God. We love you. We love everybody. We love all the problems.
I want to sell them cheap enough to where people can afford it, so I could do $1 for like a 5x5 section and still make a shit ton of money. And then of course whatever we don't sell, we'll just upsize. So if only 10 people buy into it, then your 10 things would be on the background.
That have donated. Are you on StreamYard?
No, I'm on Rumble.
On Rumble. How many people's on there?
They don't have a number.
It says 30.
There's a website that did this. Website sells pixels. There's a website called the $1 Million Homepage. So the $1 Million Homepage, it says you could buy 1,000 by 1,000 or 10 by 10 or sold for $1. So 1,000 by 1,000 would be 10 by 10. But this is what it ended up looking like because so many people bought different things, right? But we wouldn't have that many people buy. And they made them clickable links on the homepage. But the hype did it. Like they just got enough hype to it. Casino, free hosting, diet, all that shit. Bunch of ads, basically. Even the people who fucking hate me. If Brad Barton wants to buy the center of my fucking screen, 100 by 100 fucking pixel ad for his Brad little talk show, I would have to look at it every day.
I'm trying to put it on. I'm trying to look it up on Rumble. Don't it say Rumble right there? Yeah. Click on it. I did.
We trying to see how many people. Can y'all see how many people's on Rumble? Or we won't see it on this phone. That's a pretty dumb question. But we do pretty dumb things. Anyways, guys, we ain't gonna go long tonight because we had a number prepared. We're gonna go about 30 minutes. We're beat. You know how it is traveling in the airport. All them people banging to get. Charlotte is one busy airport. I mean to tell you. Maybe I'll have me a cocktail and go to sleep or just go to sleep. But we reporting live right across the street from the Alliance Center.
It's actually a Patriot plate. I don't know what you call it. They got it's kind of like a VFW, but it's bigger. It's got a shooting range in it. They have concerts there for veterans.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat place. And it's an unusual place. It kind of reminds you of a nightclub, kind of. But like I said, I posted some pictures. What do you say?
I think it would make some money. I think it would make some money. Well, if there was a good one from Brad, we'll cover it tomorrow. I think it would make some money for the last little bit of the fundraiser for the, we're basically out of time. And I think some people could come up with some funny shit. I don't want to price it out to where, like, if you bought just one little 10 by 10 or whatever, you wouldn't be able to see it. But I want to make a profit from it too.
Where's the dog?
Where's the dog?
Where's the dog?
Mr. Bean.
The Lord Empress.
Spill the beans.
Yes, spill the beans.
Now they got to tighten security a little tighter.
Yep. We don't know.
They're gonna be blasted.
There's her email if you guys want to help out Mrs. Huntsman.
Confirm nor deny. Yeah. That whatsoever. That comment that we're not gonna mention.
Yeah.
It'd be awful sweet if he shows up. That'd be awful sweet. But we're not counting on that.
I gotta find us on the road.
I mean, I'd be thrilled if he came there and sat down at our table and let us interview him. What about that backseat? Why you from on that backseat?
I guarantee he won't let you there.
I'd like to just get a picture with him. It'd be the thrill of my life. What do y'all think? Come in. So are you on the chain? I sent you the link to Messenger, remember? Go to Messenger. That's the link for the show. Not to come on. Facebook Messenger. And we can see how many people we got on.
Let's see how we're doing over here.
There we are. We'll just check, guys. We're ill prepared tonight. That's right. Come to find out, I didn't bring a charger for my phone, but we got these fast chargers. They don't do much good unless you got the cord that goes to your phone. So I guess I'll be going to the dollar store tomorrow.
I'm sure I got to come home. But
it ain't as dark as it is on there.
Yeah, no.
Must be the quality of the phone.
I ain't gonna say nothing about all that. See, I can't see the comments. He waved at me, though.
That was Billy Gibbons is here.
He's here. And
we can interview him. We will.
He might be a Democrat. We'll see y'all in the morning. Give me a minute. Okay. Michelle's gonna post it.
Sell tickets to a contest you can rig.
WUCC 99.9
website.
On the website. Go to the website. Google the website.
They'll have a live.
And we'll be live on there tomorrow. And
we used to do tip boards and auctions and shit, mostly tip boards. But that's technically illegal. But we used to do them all the time. Somebody coming to work and bring a rifle they wanted to sell for $400, and they'd make $600 tipping it off. But the person who won it might only have $4 or $5 in it.
We'll be reporting 4 stick figures. Don't let me forget, I gotta get him tonight. And we'll be reporting to Brad too. He's already called. Want to know what's going on? He ain't here. No, Brad ain't here. I don't see nobody else here either. Like all them big podcasters, where they at? Ain't nobody can hear a word you say. Thank God. You know what you got to say? Look here. Where's all these big podcasters? Look here. I'm serious. Now, when we get in tomorrow, I want to see all these people with 100,000 in the bubblegum intel. Where they at? Are they going to be there as real reporters?
100,000 in the bubblegum intel. He's talking about Mike, his former co-host, who got him where he's at.
Where are these people at? But we'll find out tomorrow who the real podcasters are telling the truth. We're truthers. And that's how we got to where we're at right now. We're telling the truth. So tomorrow, we'll find out who's telling the truth and who was approved to get here. You're going to see some big names, and some big names are not going to be here. They're going to be disappointed. Anyways, guys, we didn't make y'all understand one thing tonight. I know that. Because we are not really. We got a new microphone. We got a new microphone, but look at here. One more person understands what's going on. We feel like we've done our job. You know that, guys. When we bring 1 and 1 together, it's like 11,000. And I know we don't have a lot of people in the stream.
That's why they got it in blue. They kept trying to get it in black and white for the foam cover, and he kept thinking it was chocolate or vanilla.
Right now, but the couple of thousand we got on Rumble right now, all of y'all in the stream, man, we bring all the people together. It's very powerful. And that's what we're doing to get America back. It's bringing all the patriots together to fight against this craziness. But no.
They've only got 150 likes. They had a few thousand on Rumble, got 100 likes.
We love you guys. And just a real quick prayer. Father God, thank you for getting us here safe today.
I swear, I can't prove it, but I feel like they are buying viewers.
We appreciate it very, very much. Keep us safe. Keep everybody at the convention safe and get us back safe. We pray for everybody, you Frogonites and all. In God's name, amen. So, guys, we'll see you soon, and we'll be broadcasting early tomorrow. Talk to y'all later.
That was it for the dogs. Hey, you guys think I should sell pixels for the background? I could even build like a virtual billboard for the intro of the show and sell pixels on it. It wouldn't be a full 1920 by 1080. Maybe it's a 720. But like Liberty Warrior's got that billboard behind him where everything pops up. I could build a billboard on this, like a big-ass billboard, and that could be where you all purchased it. And for the first, 10 minutes of the show, you get free advertising. What do you think? You think that would be a good ploy to raise some money? Or I tried doing a triathlon, but I was afraid I would die during any portion, so I backed out of that. But I'm thinking I could get some people, even if they put stupid stuff on there, it still raises money, and we're still trying to get a house. And I feel bad, the GoFundMe, you don't really get anything from the GoFundMe. I like when we sell merch. I mean, that's cool. Because at least you're getting something, but I feel bad from the GoFundMe. Every time somebody donates, I'm like, damn, I wish I could do something or give them something, or I don't know. Either way, thank you guys for joining us tonight. You need legs for triathlons. That's right. Guys, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm going to wrap it up there. It's 12:30 here. I didn't have a whole lot planned. I had something completely different planned. But once the Liberty Warrior thing happened, I covered it. So thank you guys for the donations tonight. Shard tipped $5, and then I think it was who was it? Book Girl, is that who it was, or New York? Let me refresh the Buy Me a Coffee. We had one donation through Stream Elements, and we had one donation through Buy Me a Coffee, I believe. So thank you for those. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donations that continue to come in. Even the anonymous donations, I still see who they're from. I would never reveal that, but thank you for that. Book Girl CNY. Let me be among the first to buy the super fan of beer. Thank you very much for that. Someone bought you a 6-pack. Book bought you 5 6-packs. Wilford Brimley, that was from last night for sure. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation that come in through Stream Elements from Shar. I appreciate those 2 donations tonight. I'm going to hop off here for the night. Try to get some rest. Go to bed early probably. Be back tomorrow. I need to do some recorded videos to drive some traffic here. Since this is the backup channel, we're probably getting close to 1,000. I don't know how much, but I would like to get this channel to 1,000 subs for sure. That's a goal of mine. At least we're at almost 900 subscribers here. So thank you for that, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm still fighting YouTube, still doing what I can to get back on the main channel, but this channel's doing fine. So thank you, guys. I'm going to go download Brad's video so I can have it for tomorrow, and everybody else have a good night, and we'll see you. I'll leave you with the remix. Love you, see you, bye. Hey, hey.
Talk to you now. Why do people call me while I'm on? No. Shut up.
Here we go, I think I started some shit.
Yeah.
It's some off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the face, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. It's some off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the face, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And yeah. Woo, woo.
And Mars in the house.
hey. The song, the jab, pine needle tea.
Underground Doms save the children.
Social Security card claims, birth certificate claims, Vatican Tunnel,
Medbed,
martial law.
1745, 10 Days of Darkness, digging tunnels, Dogecoin, the Evergreen, 19, Vaseline, boom. All right, here we go. Well, Johnny, you can go to Mommy's basement. The Nazis were working with the reptilians.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. It's some off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set.
I guess Travis is a mod over on Liberties now. Man, that way to turn on a motherfucker in a heartbeat, huh? See you on the next one, guys. Have a good night.
Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. It's some off, it's about to get lit.
That sounds awesome, BT. Hit me up when you got it, brother.
You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss some off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine, with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it. Here we go. I think I started some shit. It's some off. It's about to get lit. Get the place in the best. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go. I think I started some shit. It's some off. It's about to get lit. Get the place in the best. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him backed up on the ropes, trying to ram it down his throat. Now things are getting rocking. He was doing so well. It's all over. Hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell. You got Frog News Network doing no damn research. They rework and copy on cocks that came first. 9th inning, second string, and they acting like they know hitters. Assholes throwing bullshit shit and runs to the shitter. All this nonsense on my conscience. It's hard to sleep at night. Who the fuck is in my window with this time of the night? These parasites, these leeches, with all their secret meetings, teaching all you fucking cretins about baby-eating heathens. Believing in reason with no meaning is bullshit. Will Bird motherfuckers out here busting the grifts. Here we go, I think I started some shit. It's some off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss 'em off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
You don't have those guts because you're a pussy. You're a pussy wearing aviator glasses in your mother's basement. And I won't even give out your dime store handle because that's really pathetic. But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss 'em off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. It's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit.
Where my true believer?
Y'all need Jesus.
Praise the Lord, head to the extreme.
All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like Thor in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss 'em off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss 'em off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it." Wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? It's it. Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. This is my mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss 'em off, it's about
We'll see you guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.
you ain't seen